What up, though, Detroit, man? This your boy, Daryl, man. Hey, welcome to D313XP, man. Um, Listen, man, we got a great show here, man. Noman's Jay will be with us shortly, man. Was just running a little behind. He will be joining us, so definitely, definitely he will be joining in. So those ones is looking for Noman's, he will be here shortly. We got a special guest appearance, man. Got a guy that's part of the Week Three Kings. Um, the guy, man, y'all quite sure everybody, he's well known out in the community, man. You see him at a lot of Pistons games. You see him in, on YouTube, his channel, Everything King, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to his channel, man. If y'all haven't, spread the word out, man. I would like to say, man, welcome, man, King, man. Welcome to the 313 XP show, man. Finally get to have you on the show, man.
Man, yeah, definitely should have been on here a little bit sooner, man. But it's been a busy season, right? So, man, you guys are definitely doing your thing, man. And like I said, anytime I can get a chance to get on somebody's show, man, it's nothing for me. I'm coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man.
I'm supporting everybody because like I said, this was the dream, right? To have our own army of media. So
Exactly.
to see you guys coming in and stepping in, especially knowing you guys for as long as I have known you, especially with the knowledge that you have when it comes to sports, it's great.
Man, it's great, man. Definitely, we're definitely for a great show, man. Yeah, man. For those don't know, man, knowing about you, man, just go ahead, just tell them a little bit about yourself, man. You know, going from
Well,
there, man.
I started YouTube about 8 years ago. I started YouTube at that time on the scene. It really wasn't anybody that was big enough or prominent enough to really get recognized here in the city. And during that time, I didn't like the fact that the media was crushing our teams all the time, and you just didn't have good references to get information about the team. So, with that said, when I went on, I started with free agency. I started with the NBA free agency.
Here, what do you want? Come
We
on.
had the draft coming up and everything else. I started out as just playing. I was
Mhm.
just playing at first, but it took off. It took off. Around that time, it was only Man Beast Morris and 313 Hitman, as far as anyone with some type of audience. So those guys encouraged me, man, especially 313 Hitman when he shouted me out in one of the videos. That right there made me take off. That made me take off. So, with that said, it's been a long journey, man. Been following these people through the darkest times, through the darkest times. And I'm gonna keep going, man. I'm gonna keep going because I want our city to have a voice. So, YouTube has been a tool. It's been a good tool for me to get to where I'm trying to go, and that's that.
Yeah, man. So let's just go ahead and talk about how you and Big Willie and Big A, how do y'all decide to come up with We Three Kings podcast, man?
So, of course, me, Willie, Big A, we've all known each other since we were, I mean, I would say younger than teens. We all grew up in the same neighborhood, on the same blocks. So, you know, man, we had these conversations every day. We all are equally the same when it comes to the passion about our sports teams and our city. So having conversations with them every day, arguments, debates, and everything else. I said, hey, y'all might as well go ahead, man, and let's go ahead and start up something, man. Let's get a podcast or something going because it was during the pandemic where we started up, and everybody's at home. Everybody's at home in front of computers. Let's do it. Well, we decided to do it. Turned out to be a great idea. It gives us an outlet to talk sports and argue, and you see me and Big Willie arguing all the time. So, or him and Big A. So, but yeah, it's all love in between us. And man, it's definitely fun. I'm just trying to, get them guys, to where we trying to get. Obviously, they're still learning. I'm still learning in my process, even though I've been doing it for a while. So, yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Okay, yeah, man, definitely, man. It's seen from the Wing Three Kings, man. Y'all doing the dang on thing, man. Y'all, man, I'm proud of what y'all do, man. It's just like, man, everybody's watching, man. You know, all the likes and the subscribers, man. It's keep going up. So, but yeah, it's man, y'all keep doing the dang on thing, man. So I'm very proud of y'all what y'all do, man. So I mean, me had y'all been, have me joining y'all show, man. It's just, man, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
I got another get. Oh man, we got Big Willie Styles in the building, man. What's up, man? Thank you for coming to the show, man.
Y'all just forgot about me, huh?
No, we ain't gonna forget about you, Big Willie Styles, man. What's going on with you, brother, man? Thank you for coming through,
Hey,
man.
listen. I'm in a parked car right now. I just got my son had a track meet today, so I just got back from dropping him off. So that's why I caught y'all just in time. I was like, let me step into the car real quick and then hop in for a second, man, and then say what's up to my fellas, man.
Man, I very appreciate you coming through, man. Nomas J will be coming through shortly, man. He's learning around a little bit behind. So, yeah, man, we was just talking about, man, how y'all formed as We Three Kings, man, how y'all started y'all show, man. And, it's just it's great to see guys building a podcast, saying showing love to the community out here in Detroit, man, showing love to our sports teams, man. Man, it's just like, man, I love what y'all do, man, and it's the process y'all keep doing, man. It's getting better and better each and every time, man. And it's like, I mean, y'all know sports, man. Y'all know basketball. Y'all know football. Y'all know baseball. Y'all know hockey, man. It's just y'all have so much knowledge, man. It's just like, I love listening to y'all, man. It's
Well,
just
yeah, definitely appreciate that. It's really just coming from us, just being us, what I'm saying, with, me, King, and Big A. This is something that behind the scenes we always talked about. King, he'd already had got his foot in the door, had got started, with us, for me and Big A. It took us a minute, to get our foot in, just because, like I said, we were dealing with, family stuff, for the most part. We have family stuff going on, but, we seen King doing it. And what really got us going, really, I would say COVID, brought us more together because, like I said, we started, conversing more, like reaching out to each other. Because, like I said, with the COVID situation, it made it to where, like, you wanted to make sure you keep in touch with your friends and family more. And the more that we got in touch with each other, the more we realized, okay, we need to do this, man, because we talk about this. And the most part, it really came from King being a mediator between me and Big A, because me and Big A always get into it about something, and we need to bring this on to the show, because me and him, of course we brothers, we argue and fight about sports and stuff like that, and it's entertaining. So we're like, man, we got to bring this entertainment to everybody to see how we rock. And right now we just hoping just to keep it growing from there. And we appreciate the love that you guys, you and Noah showing us while we go through this process, because like I said, we're learning and growing as we go along as well.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Definitely, man. So, definitely, I want to get into some Pistons, man. Tough loss the last two home games against the Miami Heat and the Brooklyn Nets. King, I know you was down there. Big Willie, I know you was down there as well, man. Tell y'all experience of being down there the last two home games, man. I'm gonna start with you, Big Willie, since you're the second guest, man.
Well, I'll say this, and King know what I'm talking about. It was pretty thick down there. It was. Well, it was a good show, and of course, man, people they came out. Of course, it was fan appreciation night, so they gave some things away, discounted things. So, of course, it's the final home game, and like King said earlier, listen, the atmosphere is still there, even though we've been in this losing streak the people still come out and still want to see some quality basketball, man. That's more than what you can ask for the fans to be able to show up in this dismal of a season that we had, that they still come and still be active and still have fun. And that's the great thing about being down there at LCA is it's a great atmosphere. So I can only imagine how it's going to be when we start, making some noise and being a winning program, because right now it was a great atmosphere just by them losing. So when they're winning, man, it's going to be crazy. But being down there yesterday, of course, I had me a good time. Of course, I know King, he had a good time, and me and him just, enjoy being around people and people coming up to us saying, what up, recognize us from the show, and just, being around some good Pistons fans is always fun.
Oh yeah, go ahead, King.
Man, listen, we know that we gonna lose, right? We know what this is. We know what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just 100%, but you still want to see a competitive game, and that's my issue, especially when it comes to coaching. I talked about it last night with a couple of people after the game. You still seeing guys out there putting their hands up and not knowing where to be or know what they're doing. We're not giving no effort whatsoever on the defensive end of the ball. So whether you put in certain parts in the game to try to keep it to a certain level to secure the loss, still from the player standpoint, I don't like that, because I feel like it kind of stunts the growth of these young guys when you're not putting them in the best position to be successful out there. So, I've seen a lot of things that I just did not like from a coaching staff standpoint over those last two games. Now, as far as the experience down there at LCA, it was great. It was great. Got a chance, to meet more people. Like I posted on social media, John Mason came up and talked to me, man. So, like I said, just have an opportunity to get down there and build relationships with people, meet people, new faces all the time. It's like a big family environment down there at LCA. And so many, the Stars was out, Jalen Rose was there both nights. Man, it's just so much to do, and there's so much to like about going to Pistons game. But when it comes to the team, I feel like we have to make a switch at coach. We have to, because those players are running out of energy. They're running out of patience when it comes to what he's trying to say. So you need a new voice in that as far as the leadership of that team. You need new voices, because those players they're starting to tune them out, and that's not good.
Right, absolutely, man. And I've been saying too for the longest, man, the Pistons need a players coach, someone that can help, these help these young players, especially like Duran and Ivy and Cade and them guys. I mean, it's Isaiah Stewart and them, man.
Let me say this right quick, Daryl, before I lose it. What you just said is very significant, because with Dwayne Casey, when it comes to developing players, he gets a lot of credit for players he developed in Toronto. I get it. But I feel like at this stage of his career, Dwayne Casey developing young players, he needs to be able to do that on a team that has the right veterans to do that. This team is extremely young. Just like yesterday, we just watched a game where, besides Corey Joseph, everybody was pretty much up under 22 years old. So I think he does that on a team with better veterans. Guys like Corey Joseph that's not the veteran that you need to be that voice to Ivy or young Ivy, Killian, Cade. He's not that one. Yes, he's a champion. I'm not going to take that away from him, but he's never been the guard that's trying to be the type of caliber guard that these guys are. So you need some more prominent voices when it comes to that bench, when it comes to them playing with someone. And I would like to see that. I would like us to go out and sign, this free agency coming up is not the greatest to spend a lot of money. Obviously, this is still not destination A. We're not to that point. So I would like to see them bring in some actual veterans that could be a voice, and say, hey man, I know what you're going through right now, or you should be doing this, or you should be focusing on that. And it's just time to get the skeletons out of here. The Wayne Casey, Rex, all of them guys, it's time for them to go. It's time to make a shift. You got Keith Bogans and you got Rashard Lewis sitting on the bench, and they're sitting behind the bench. You know what I'm saying? Those
Right.
guys should be in the front coaching these young guys because they got more recent experience. The rest of the guys that you got, on that bench is just like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are they getting from these dudes? They're not coaching these guys up. Rex is the sole substituter. Found that out. So Rex makes the substitutions. So what we always thought about him having a little bit too much power on that bench, that's true. He makes all the offensive substitutions. So a lot of those times when you see guys getting pulled and put in, he's coordinating with Dwayne Casey to make that happen. So, like I said, as a package, I'm ready to move on for them too. Them both of them. It's time to get something young. It's time to get somebody who understands this new NBA or positionless basketball, and a new era of style of play, man. The old school thing is done. The hard-nosed old school, don't sit on the bench thing. Listen, we know this era is they're not built like us.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They're not built like us. You can crush confidence doing some of the stuff that he's doing. So they're not built for that, man. So I want somebody who's a little bit younger, who understands the game today, and somebody that these players will respect.
Absolutely, man. You spot on that, man. And before I'm gonna let Big Willie jump in, like Kim, like you was in your video earlier, which when you was talking about like the example with Golden State when Clay and Steph and Draymond, they had to learn, and when they got better, they got the surrounding cast, they was starting winning championships, and then they brought in Kevin Durant, a superstar, and really lift them up another level, and you said Detroit's not a destination A right now. It's not. Nobody, no big name player is gonna come to a 16-win team.
Unless you're trying to get a payday.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's not going to happen right now. We're not trying to look to get a max player that's going to come to Detroit. We're not looking for that right now. We're still in the building process of this team. They still, learning, especially with our young guys of Ivy and Duran and Stewart, Cunningham, they still learning, so once they get healthy and play together, it's gonna be like unreal, man. So look at an example with the Memphis Grizzlies. You know what I'm saying? After they let Mike Conley go, you know what I'm saying? They drafted John Morant. And they started surrounding him with young pieces and put little veterans out. Now you see what Memphis is doing. They one of the top teams in the Western Conference. So Pistons can get there as well. So it's like I said, it's a process that takes time, and like you said, and Ken, that at times I used to be, I was upset at Troy Weaver. I would say, oh, he should go. This the third, because I was in my face. I'm like, oh, we just made the playoffs in 2019, and then 2020. I mean, when COVID hit, and then Troy Weaver comes in, he just dismantled everything. And I'm like, why do you do this? We had a chance to be a contending for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And then, when they not thinking I'll being in my feelings, this third wanted the Pistons to win, but you enlightened me, about patience is the process. You have to restore, to build a right franchise, to get the right key players to build a winning culture.
Yeah, that team that was constructed when he got here, man, was constructed. It was constructed wrong, and he knew that. You know what I'm saying? We had some bad contract situations going on and all types of things. So, him coming in, stripping it to the bare bones, that was absolutely necessary. But I wanted to ask you this, Willie, and I was talking about this last night. when it comes to our bigs, and you look at the assistant staff, you look at a lot of teams, they always got somebody on that bench that's working with the bigs. We don't really have that with this team. Who's teaching these bigs that defensive strategy? You know what I'm saying? How to be tough down there in the paint, how to own the paint area. Who's teaching them that? And we watching a guy like Wiseman, who's not strong enough yet, struggle down there against certain caliber of bigs. Claxton was getting with him last night. Once again, you put that body in his chest, man, he crumbling out there. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, who's that guy that we have on the staff that's helping our bigs? Who's the defensive guys besides Keith Bogan, who's working with the guards? Who's that guy? We don't have that.
With that, to me, I feel that we gotta also realize, like, basically with Wiseman and Durant, they kind of like two new big guys, so we don't really know exactly what we were getting with the big guys that we have. So now that we're seeing that we have it, we're going to keep Wiseman. Of course, we're going to develop Durant. We would like to bring someone in to help them develop down there in the paint. The thing with Wiseman is that he needed time to be able to play. Especially coming from the system in Golden State, they're not accustomed to having someone being down there in the paint banging like what we're seeing now coming out of what Detroit's doing. What I've been thinking about is, like, far as rotation goes, and I feel like if we have the right coaches to come into place with the bigs, it can be something that we can work with. Like, we got 4 really, I would say, center / power forward guys that we can rotate back and forth. And I'm sitting here thinking in my mind which 2 will match together. And for me, I feel like if we're going to be starting Wiseman, I feel like we need to have Stewart with him. And if we're going to start Durant, we need to have Bagley with him, because we need to alternate between the ones that can score, which Bagley and Wiseman are more of the scorers, and have them mixed with guys like Durant and Stewart, who's more of a defensive presence and a rebounder presence, so that we could balance it out. Like, I know we talked about on the show who would be the odd man out, but if we work it right, that could be that 4 rotation can work. Either way. Either them guys can play those two positions, and that gives us the depth on the bench. It's just a matter of who we're going to start with who and who can mesh together, and it also depends on what we do in this draft, whether or not we get the number 1 pick or not. So yeah, I would definitely look forward to someone. Now that we know that we got the size, let's really develop that, because the thing with Durant, everybody talked about, what Paul George said about him being strong down there for a young guy, and he is. And you see that, and when he gets the ball down in the paint, nobody's going up there to try to block him.
Now, Big Willie, in the words of our fellow king, Big A, Durant, Isaiah Stewart, 2 of our rookies, walked in this league body chiseled, ready to go. Mm-hmm. Bagley and Wiseman been at the same stage they've been at since college, not taking care of their bodies. Both of them have injury issues. So the Pistons definitely have to make it a point this summer. I need y'all to get stronger. I need you to work on your
thing, and I was thinking about that too, which I know that will come. Not King. I know that will come. But the thing is this: with Stewart and Wiseman, because they're strong, they're not as finesse as those other 2. Those other 2 got the abilities to be able to move and shoot outside, as opposed to what Durant and Stewart. Now Stewart, he developed that 3-point shot, but they're more, the strength is their strength. But as far as like having to be able to have a pick and roll and move and be able to move without the ball, that's more of what Wiseman and Bagley are bringing. So both sides got things to develop. Like Durant, as good as he is, he still has to develop his shot, as well as develop, continue, progressing at the free throw line. And, Stewart, you see what his shot was doing, but his inside game and making moves on the inside still needs some work. So that's what I'm saying. The rotation could work with them guys because they kind of counter off each other. One's a finesse, one is a strength, and we can just keep that rotation going either from starting to bench if we get it coached right, in my opinion.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, but you saying that, which you absolutely right. If say with his we go ahead, we drafted Brandon Miller. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when it's Wemby, we can't say that because you can't have, like you said, you can't have five bigs on the team. You can't have five bigs.
Well, here's
Somebody's
the
going.
thing. Here's the thing with Wimby that I think a lot of people. And I say that the same thing I say about Wimby. I said about what's the
Chet.
name last year?
Chet.
Chet. They're not
Chet.
bigs. They're more talls. you know, they're tall wings. They're tall. They're guard slash forward tall. Like he's 7'5", but he moves like he's playing. He's a guard forward, guard slash forward. So I would I would see Wimby on the other side of what Durant and Stewart and them will be doing because like his skill set is much different than what those four guys are doing right now. If you ever watch Wemby play, like if you see the highlight how the guy shot 3-pointer, missed the game in, and got the and one on his own miss, and him coming up the court, crossing guys over at 7'4", you're not going to see that out of too many 7-footers that can do that. So it's going to be a different set, but it is going to be interesting because it kind of feels like it's going to be a log jam if we do get Wemby and how this organization is going to move as to what they feel like the direction is going to be with all the bigs that we got. And that's why I made on the point before when we got Wiseman, and I talked to Daryl and I talked to Nomas about it. Like it could be a point in time that where if because he played pretty well this season enough to where we could package a trade.
And oh man, that you hit man right on time. Man, for the last two games after the game, having conversations with people, a lot of people believe that's exactly what he is. They believe that he's on display right now.
Yeah.
He's on display to be a continued move. So you got an opportunity to put Wiseman out there and say, hey, go out here, play. Now you showing just enough for us to package you up and send you somewhere else. Now here's the thing. And me, I'm a little bit more on these when it comes to franchises, just starting from the collegiate level and wherever it may be. I believe that you should have a young big come into this league focused on strength in body and motor and things like that. Because when they come in this league and they're not in the right shape, it always goes bad. Chet Holmgren, Bagley, Wiseman, Anthony Davis, Kristaps Porzingis, all of these slender built guys walk in this league and they have injury issues. And then they try to put the pounds on after you already have injuries. So with Stewart and Durant walking in the league like that, in shape, ready to go, then you add the parts to your game. You see what I'm saying? Because guess what? You're available. That's number one. Wiseman hasn't played a lot of basketball. Didn't play a lot of basketball in college. Didn't play a lot of basketball in Golden State. This man's been spending most of his time working out, recovering from injuries. So, like I said, with him, he has to learn, hey, I got to invest in my body. You know what I'm saying? You were drafted number 2 overall. You got the shillings. Use them.
Yeah, but we also gotta recognize that people got different body types. We can't expect everybody.
I mean, you look at Anthony Davis. He was a string bean walking in the league.
Yeah, you see how he went ahead and progressively put on, and we can even go back to Kevin Durant. Everybody say he needed to play in this league. He needed to put on pounds, but with him,
Giannis,
because of his skill set, he made it to where that wasn't a factor. Because when Kevin Durant came into the league, it was still a physical pounded in the paint league. Right now, we're going away from that. That's why it's hard for a lot of bigs to get drafted in this league. Like we had what's the name here last year, from Purdue. not Purdue, from Iowa.
Luca Garza.
Luka Garza, big guy, nice size, but he's a kind of a throwback type of guy. And then we had the discussion about Dickinson about why he wouldn't be able to get in the league because he's that throwback type big. It's kind of changing of the guards and how they would do things. So I think it would take some time as far as like with the Chets and the Wemby's to be able to develop. And like I understand, these guys are still 18, 19 years old. You know, a lot of us didn't get our grown man weight until until we reach into them 20s and everything like that. So with them coming in young, they're kind of behind the 8 bar as opposed to like Durant coming in 18, 19 years old already stacked, man. I said it about about my son, my youngest son. You know, he's built up, at a young age already. So it's like some guys develop that size first before they get the skill set, So you got to have right coaching.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to have the right coaching, man. And as an organization, and when you bring these guys in, the first summer off, I'm telling you, work on your body. You know what I'm saying? Them two coming from Sacramento and Golden State, work on your body, bro. We winning championships right now, Wiseman. What else you doing with your time? Work on your body, man. And like with Kevin Durant has been fortunate that he has skill sets that they don't have because he doesn't have to face guys as big as strong enough. Wiseman, Bagley, you going up against in the East, you going up against the Cavs, the Bucks, the Sixers. You're gonna get pounded, bro. You're gonna get destroyed down there.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been seeing defensively from them guys. They've been getting destroyed, shoved out the way. I watched Lowry the other day put his shoulder into Wiseman's chest, and Wiseman
put his booty in his chest. That's what he did.
Right.
Bro. But when you watch Wiseman's frame, he's kind of hunched over. His core is not strong enough yet. So this summer, if I'm the Pistons, his assignment, get stronger.
Yeah.
Get stronger. Yeah. Work on your body, man, because you don't need that. And when you realize that when you put on those extra strength pounds and a little bit of that weight, you'll be able to move guys a little bit easier. You'll be able to withstand all that.
And with Wiseman, you see he has the frame that can be built on. And I think the issue is that first you got to recover from the injury, then you can go ahead and go hard in what you need to do. And I think that's what stunted his growth in his league was the fact that with those type of injuries that he had, you can't work out like how you're supposed to. But now that he's healthy, I agree with you, King. Go ahead, get into that gym, man. Build your body up to be able to withstand. Because even we can go all the way back to Michael Jordan when he got injured in his second season and was done for. And when he had to go up against the bad boy Pistons, he had to build his body up to be able to withstand that punishment. Yeah. And for a big, you got to be able to get some strength up. So I definitely agree with you on that. But guys, I got to go. I'm about to jump back into the comments. So I got to head on in, man. I appreciate you guys for letting me come in with y'all, man. I'm be in the comments. I might hop back in a minute too if Noma's pop himself on up, man, so I can say what up.
So at some point he should, man. But thank you, Big Willie, for coming through, man. Very appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man. We Three Kings, man. Make sure y'all tune in Sunday, man. We Three Kings, baby.
Yeah, tune in Sunday, man. Make sure I hit that like and subscribe, man. Get them likes up. But yeah, man. Another example too. I like to say, King. Look at LeBron James. He spent $1 million on his body, man. You just like dude still 38 years old, still strong as he's still he wanted like 250, all muscle, 38 years old. Yeah, bodying people, you know what I'm saying, and getting to the rank, just bullying them, you know what I'm saying, and that's even hard, especially with LeBron. It's been durable, majority of his career until the last couple of years. He's been nicked up with injuries. That's because he's getting older. But yeah, like you said, with Wiseman, definitely get stronger. Definitely got to get stronger.
So what these young guys got to understand coming into this league, if I'm a GM of a franchise, when we having conversations before draft, pre-draft, I'm asking you, what do you do to take care of your body? What's your work ethic when it comes to advice? Because what these young guys don't understand, that their bodies is their biggest investment. It's your biggest investment. You have to take care of your vehicle that you're driving. And if you don't do that, it's going to break down. And a lot of these young guys, they come into this league and they think that they'll be able to survive with just talent alone. Listen, this is the National Basketball Association. Everybody's talented in the NBA. So that alone is not going to bypass you doing what you got to do and getting in that gym, because you're playing longer games, you're doing more practices, you're doing more bumps and banging when it comes to your body, more faster. It's a faster game. Your body has to be ready for that. So that's what I love about, the two guys that we did draft, being Stewart and Duran, walking in the door body ready. You know what I'm saying? That puts you one step ahead already as a big.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now you can focus on your game. You see Isaiah Stewart working on the next part of his game, which is shooting.
Yep.
Now he has the opportunity to go do some paint work. Hey, hook up with Akeem Olajuwon this summer. Do something like that. Rasheed Wallace, something like that. So, and Duran already coming from a school of Rasheed Wallace.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Which is surprising for me when you look at the situation with Wiseman being in Golden State, where you got championship caliber players. Somebody should have been in that young boy's head and said, hey, get your ass up and let's get in this gym. You know what I'm saying? Let's get stronger today.
Yeah.
Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, me from a basketball perspective, these young guys, they got to get stronger, because we need the defense, period. Or we're going to turn into Dallas. We're going to turn into Houston. We're going to turn into some of the West Coast teams that let teams come and put 125 a night on you, and you taking L's and you wondering why. We don't win here in Detroit without playing defense. You have to D up, period. You got to. And people wonder why, you got a player like Killian Hayes, who's not consistent scoring the basketball. How is he being able to last on this team? Guess what he does well? He quarterbacks and he plays defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Detroit is saying, hey, he does two things. So for right now, we can be a little bit patient with the one thing that he's not doing the greatest, because you got players on the team that score well, but don't do jack shit on defense, that don't pass the ball,
Mm-hmm.
don't rebound, don't contribute to nothing else but scoring. You know who does that great? And he's considered one of the best players in the league? Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the Mavs they take L's because of it. Because like I said in my video, when it comes to defense, he's sitting on the bench waiting for the other team to get done.
Mm-hmm.
It just don't work that way. It's two sides to basketball, especially in Detroit. We don't get whistles. We don't get the favoritism.
No.
So you have to get up in the team face and you got to guard up, bro. What was the slogan for Detroit? D up. D up. You know what I'm saying? That was the sales marketing slogan. D up.
Yep.
That's what we don't do with this team. We don't D up. And that's a problem.
And and that's definitely a problem. And that's something we definitely have to address, going through this offseason, man. We have to have that defensive minded, going into the next season. Like I said, the Eastern Conference, when you got Milwaukee, and Philadelphia and Boston, those guys, man, you gonna be going up against them guys. Yeah, you're gonna be going up against them guys, man. It's like you gotta play defense, man. You cannot sit up here, you're scoring 130 points and giving up 140 points. You're gonna lose every time, and you're not communicating on defense, and you gotta play defense in this league, man. And I know the game has changed a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? They wanted more offensive oriented and this is third. And ain't like how it was when the going to work Pistons, you know what I'm saying? We was holding teams under 70 points. It's like this league now it's changed so much. It's like you see all these 150, 60 points, not even overtime now. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's crazy. What happens to the style of game that we used to play defense to the low scoring games. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's crazy, man. You know, like I said, the Pistons they got to play defense, man. They got to play defense.
I would say this, and me, I totally shy away from media. Media to a fan is the most toxic thing on planet Earth. And the reason why I say that is because you start actually believing what they're selling to you. You got to remember that the NBA is selling to you. You're the consumer, so they're going to tell you things, right? Me personally, I don't think that the league has really changed. We've always had teams in this league that relied on scoring and tried to beat you with shooting and scoring. You always had teams that was hard-nosed with defense. I don't believe in positionless basketball. I don't believe that. I believe that's a myth. You know why? Because my team plays in the Eastern Conference with Joel Embiid, with Allen, with the Cavs, and all the bigs they got over there, with the Milwaukee Bucks, where you see in some of these traditional type bigs that don't stretch the floor often. They don't do it often. It's not like these bigs are out here shooting 4 to 5 3-pointers a game. They're not. They can, but they're not. What's going on, Dante?
Dante in the building, man. What's going on with you, brother? How you feeling, man?
Yeah. Man, just got in from work hours ago, bro. So I had to hurry up, eat, jump in the shower. I'm like, I hope they ain't end this bad boy yet before I got up in here.
Nah, man, we ain't in the man. We just going over talking about the Pistons, man.
Peace things, man.
Here you go, man.
Yeah, so like I said, man, it's not really the league is still, to me, is still somewhat the same, because even during the Golden State era where they were saying small ball, right? It worked for them. It doesn't work for nobody else in this league. It worked for them. You know why? It's because the way that their team was constructed. That's why. And guess what? Golden State being as offensive as they were a top defensive team in this league. That's something a lot of people don't pay attention to. Whenever these teams that's winning championships, they're always in the top 5 in defense. You know what I'm saying? So defense is being played. And in order to win in this league, you got to play D. But it's not advertised. And that's the difference. So people start they start believing that it's an offensive league. Well, look at the winning teams, and you will see it's not so much of just the offensive league. Because that's the case, Houston Rockets would be one of the best teams in the league, right? You know, you got multiple guys on there that can give you 30 at any time. But guess what? They don't check no goddamn body. You know what I'm saying? So they take L's. So they're another one of those teams. So even with a team with the Suns, you know, on the West, you seen them where they was going, right? But you got a more traditional type big in Ayton. You know, Ayton ain't out there busting threes, bro. He's a traditional big. You know what I'm saying? So you start believing the myth. You know what I'm saying? So for teams love to mimic who's winning. You know, the last champion. They love to say, oh, so since they were that type of team, this is what type of league it is. Listen, build your team your way. That's we're Pistons fans, right? We build our teams our way in order to win. That's what Troy Weaver needs to continue to focus on. Building the Pistons, like he said. Build the Pistons. And we can't be a West Coast team. We just can't do that. So we got to play some D. We can't even get rebounds half time. You know how many times just watching last game, how many times the ball went and hit the floor without somebody getting the rebound? Basic fundamentals.
Yep. Plain and simple, man. Just plain and simple, man.
You see that Born All-Star game? That was the most. I was like, what the hell? They're like some backyard ball shit. They're like they was backyard in the ball playing 21, and everybody just isolated and just let them two people go at it.
Yeah, it's dead. All the All-Star weekend, that stuff is dead, man.
It was dead. They might as well just
years ago.
They might as well just not even do it no more. Just say they got 3 days off and then.
It's just about as irrelevant as the NFL Pro Bowl. It's that
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I ain't never known the Pro Bowl to be adding little side games and all that. They ain't never did that. It was like Pro Bowl then Super Bowl. Like
Yeah, and now the NBA wants to come with a mid-season tournament. I'm just like, come on, man, y'all.
Y'all can barely keep players healthy for a regular season.
Right.
The ratings going down. That's why they trying to do that shit. The ratings going down. You see that? Oh, I watched that. I looked at the All-Star rating this year, and I was disappointed. I was like, bro,
nobody's not playing no defense.
I'll tell you two things that what not destroyed the league, but that kind of put the league in a bad spot. Those super teams, when they had that going on, that was not good. And now with all the rule changing and just trying to make this where you have fabricated stars and certain stars get all of these calls and everything and all this help, other fan bases is tired of that. We're tired of watching that. I don't watch when the Pistons ain't playing. I don't really watch the playoffs like I used to. I don't. I can watch a certain team, maybe one or two teams from the East, but I don't watch it like I used to. Like I used to be into it. I just can't no more because it's so powder puff. Every time you look on the side court, you got a ponytail running up the side of the court, some female trying to establish herself. I'm not sexist, but we seen it last night. You know what I'm saying, at the game. And everybody in the crowd was complaining about it. Like, what is this broad doing? She calling all these ticky-tack fouls. She give them everything in the world. You know what I'm saying? We get tired of that, bro. It's like, bro, it's can we stars are good by themselves. You don't have to go into overdrive to make these players fabricated stars, man. Period. Right. You can't even blow at a guy without the whistle blowing.
Yeah.
And it's sad, man. I want to see a little bit more defense. Just a little bit more. Like man, let me touch the guy.
I think that's why they scared to play the defense, because they like, damn, every time I turn around, I ain't even I might got my hand up. This dude shoot over me. They're like, oh no, it's a foul. Then when they show the replay back, it's like, I ain't even touching him. You just did that shit out of whatever animosity you got towards a player. Like,
yeah, you get exhausted with certain things, man. So
look, King, I'm gonna tell you something. I stopped watching the Pistons when I watched that Cleveland game a couple of months back. I was done. I was like, these cats ain't even playing defense. It was basically like, let him shoot it. He gonna brick. It's like if we all playing ball and I'm about to shoot it, you like, man, let him shoot it. He gonna brick anyway, and then but it go in. And then you like, damn, okay, like that's what it looked like.
Here.
That's exactly what it looked like. I was like, I stopped watching, bro. I was done. I was like, I can't. And I know you be the main Piston head, Detroit head, like, be patient, just be patient. Bro, patience done ran the fuck out, bro. Like,
it ain't. It's only been 2 years. It's only been 2 years.
Bro, it's gonna be another, huh?
I think as Detroit fans, man, it's one thing that we always been, especially as Pistons fans. Listen, I know it's been a while since we've been to where we, were. I get it.
Yeah.
But God. I mean, you gotta really just realize what we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. We rebuilding, and right now they got missing pieces, and it's like a puzzle. Detroit Pistons right now is a puzzle. They got 3 pieces right now. They got K, they got Ivy, and they got Duran. I say build around them guys, and everything else will fall in. Once you build around them guys, everything else will fall in place. I just
my thing is you got to stop hitting reset too.
Yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say that.
I'm gonna die on this hill. I still don't like the Wiseman Sadiq trade. I don't
either.
That was a core piece of your team, but I understand it because Sadiq was asking for the world. Let's just say that man wanted.
Okay. See, I didn't know. I kind of figured that was behind it, but I didn't know for sure. And the reason why I say I didn't know for sure is because you see how the Pistons played the smoke and mirror, right? Bonovich. That's all you heard. Bonovich. Such want Bonovich for this. Such want Bonovich for that. You didn't even know behind the scenes that Sadiq Bey was really about to be up out of here. Like from our outside looking in, we didn't know. We thought Bonovich was gonna be gone.
Wiseman, for the last 2 games and the last 2 nights I went there, got his ass whooped. Not got his ass whooped, got his motherfucking ass whooped. So yeah, he's had some games where teams went light against him, but when the teams that want to get up in his ass, they did that, and they did it good too.
Yeah. And that's what the part you was talking about. Like you said, with too, he has to get stronger. You know what I'm saying? Going into this offseason, he has to get in that weight room, get stronger, man. Because like you said, you're gonna be going against Embiid. You're gonna be going against Giannis. You're gonna be going against, these bigs out there, man. I'm telling you, in the Eastern Conference. Then in the West, you're gonna be going up against. I mean, I know Jokic, he's finesse, but you're going up against him.
Talented as hell.
Yeah.
Talented. But gotta get stronger. But gotta get stronger. He don't need no help. Yeah, he need to get some.
Because remember, I always say, remember when Giannis first came in, right? You remember how small Giannis was?
Yeah, skinny.
Giannis was getting pushed around, and then then he was like, I ain't finna keep going through this shit. He was like, I'm finna hit this weight room, and look at him now, motherfucker walking around like the Terminator, bro. Like, who finna battle Giannis, bro?
If Wiseman, like I said, being injured, and because with the injuries he had, he still could have worked on his body. If Wiseman and Bagley both took the time to work on their body over these last years, because they both was drafted in the same spot, listen, let me tell you, they'll be in a whole lot better position than where they at right now. You wouldn't be a take a flyer type of guy right now. If you would have took care of your body, because you'll be able to handle guys down there in that paint.
Right.
So body first. And that's what I just got done talking on. These young players coming into this league, you need to focus on your body, your vehicle. We know what you can do coming out of most of these colleges and G League or whatever. We get that. Your body needs to be ready to deal with the best league in the world. You're going up against the best players in the world. You know what I'm saying? So, bro,
I think a lot of these guys need to get on a diet too.
And let me say this real quick to 0-16. I get you. You trying to make excuses for him, but this man came from Golden State, and he had everything he needed over there, and he still couldn't do it over there. Those fans was frustrated over there.
Yep.
So
that's probably why they shipped him.
You get no excuses from me. Work on your body and get stronger. Because next time I see Kyle Lowry bump you out of the way, we gonna run a fade after the game. You 7 feet. Kyle Lowry is a little 5'11", chubby little dude, bro.
Right.
I mean, Kyle Lowry's still strong. He's stronger.
He should be stronger than you.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That'd be like saying he's stronger than Giannis. Hell no. Yeah. He finna get bumped and bruised.
I mean, with 7-footers, you come in that paint, you gonna get touched up. You get your little ass out of here.
Yeah.
You know
right. You ain't gonna go to the whole trying that shit again. But like I said, they need to work on their dieting too, man. I think half them cats just go out and they just eat whatever they want. And now I ain't gonna say all of them, because I know certain ones follow diets and shit. They'll follow a 5-day diet plan or some shit like that. But
listen, here's my example, and I said this last night. You got 2 examples, 2 players and 2 players. You got Bagley, you got Wiseman. They've been in this league, you know what I'm saying, and they haven't transformed their body none. You got 2 players on the Pistons, 2 guards, Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham. In one season, they transformed their bodies. 1. You've been in the league for how many seasons? 3. What the fuck you doing?
Yep.
What the fuck are you doing? And you're a big. You bang with people.
Right.
What the fuck are you doing? Get your ass off the 3-point line, get in the gym, and get stronger. You can put up shots all day long.
I think Casey got something to do with that shit too. That 3-point, them shoot threes.
That's Casey's strategy. You gotta shoot a bunch.
That's stupid, and that's stupid as hell. He should have known that shit didn't work.
And that's why Toronto said, "Okay, we're gonna let your old ass go. Bring in Kawhi, who's a defensive player, and win a championship without you." That's why Casey.
And that's exactly what they did.
And it's one. I'm gonna say this right quick. It's I just thought about. It's one player in my. I mean, I'm going back. I know he came into the league. You know, he didn't have a hell of a jump shot at first. Uh, David Robinson. When David Robinson came into the league, he was already strong. You know what I'm saying? I use that example because he worked on his craft. You know, he had to work on his game. You know, he came in with just a defensive guru when he came in, you know, coming from the Navy and all that. But when he came in and worked on this offensive game, the post up moves, the hook shots, the jump shots, he was able to develop that, you know what I'm saying, and help him craft this game a lot better. Then along with once the Spurs had drafted Tim Duncan came along and got, it helped him, David Robinson, get easier shots, so in the Twin Towers, and I'm not saying that Duran or, and Bagley or Wiseman are going to be them guys because they totally different style of players. But if they can say to work on their bodies, have their nutritionists and everything else, they're going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? They just have to, what you said, work on their bodies. So like I said, I used the Tim Duncan and David Robinson. They stayed in the gym. They stayed in the gym. They worked on their bodies. That's why the success they had, why they won their championships together.
Bruh, listen, they had to go up against a Shaq in this league.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Hakeem Olajuwon.
As the mentality of a big man, the first thing I'm doing when I'm walking in the league is getting ready. Because I'm about to have to bang every night with some big motherfuckers.
And you going to be looking bad after getting pushed around.
Bro, what? You know what I'm saying? You look around the league, every team has that big. And the ones that don't have it, they suffer at times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And bro, we have 3 guys that's damn near 7 feet. I'll say that. But only one of them, who is the youngest out of them, is the one that's physically ready to do so. And we just drafted him. He's a rookie.
Duran. Yeah, I like him. I like him, bro.
I don't like that. I want you, like, bro, it is at this point, what else is you working on besides your body? You know,
I feel like everybody should have that Kobe mentality, bro. Because Kobe was in the gym every night.
Ivy walked in the league ready. Stewart in the league ready. Durant in the league ready to go. You've seen the transformation in some of these bodies, like I just gave you, Cade, Killian, hell, even Sadiq. You know what I'm saying? Sadiq got his body to the next level that next season. What the fuck are the bigs doing? That's my question. Bro.
Man, they chilling and shit. They chilling. They trying to meet the new wifey or who gonna be new wifey. They in the clubs.
It's not this. They not serious enough that, you know what I'm saying, about their bodies. And if you're not serious enough about your bodies, you shouldn't be in the league. You're not ready to play. You know, you gotta make sure you have that mindset, and you gotta make sure you're serious about taking care of your body. Like you said, isn't with Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham, even with the injury, we see he's buffed up. He's getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? That he's ready for next season because he's going to be going up against guards, some big guards like a Kyle Lowry, like a Mike Conley. He's going to be going up against big guards. You know what I'm saying? He has to get strong because he knows that next season that he's going to be going up against those type of guys. So that's what Cade Cunningham.
Not even just that. Cade understands that I need to get stronger because I'm more of a polarizing figure to these guards than they are me going against them. If I'm bigger and stronger, I'm already 6'6", 6'7", right?
Yep.
So if I'm stronger too, and I can score on all 3 levels, you got
that's gonna be deadly as hell. That's gonna be deadly as hell.
You have a serious problem. We got big guards, and I don't know why people keep trying to fuck that up. You know what I'm saying? You got Cade, you got Ivy.
Bro, that's drunk ass Tom Gore's goofy ass. He don't be giving no fucks. He'd be like, "Get him the fuck out of here."
Listen, let's let Troy Weaver do his thing, man. Because
Right, but he can't do that shit when he got Tom Gore's drunk ass.
Listen. You misunderstand it, Dante. Tom Gores has nothing to do with the trades. Troy Weaver came out and said that he has sole control over everything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So Tom Gores is in Cali half the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had meetings here and there, but Tom Gores is on par with what they got, going on. He knows what we're doing. He knows it's going to take a couple of years. Well, we're in that year now where it's time to start competing. You know what I'm saying? So we would have did that this year early, but K went down. You know what I'm saying? That changed everything. And they say look, my best player is down, and I got a super generational player coming in this draft in Wemby. Let's shut this shit down. That's what Troy Weaver did. But this was the year of compete. They were selling the compete T-shirts at the beginning of the season. This was compete year.
I remember,
Well, you know what I'm saying? So now next season, you got a healthier, bigger, stronger Cade. You got a Jay Ivey and Durant who's shown you already, what they getting ready to turn into. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now you got some money to spend in free agency. We're not finna go wild in free agency, but you got a chance to bring some real true 3-and-D guys back. I'll say that because it's a real thing with Jeremy Grant. That's a real thing. So you bring back some real veterans. You get rid of the scrappy veteran, the Corey Josephs. No, I'm not even.
Get rid of him, bro.
Yeah, I'm not making jokes. Corey Joseph, his time has passed. He's small. He's too small. Guards are bigger. So now you got an extra spot to bring in another guard to that rotation with what you have already. That's younger. That's probably bigger and stronger. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if you do decide to say, hey, we're going to pass on Miller and bring in Scoot Henderson, it's a spot available for Scoot Henderson. You know why? Because Corey Joseph and those type of guys are going to be gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, let's just let this process come into place. Listen, the Lions are the sole example right now of what Troy Weaver is heading to. They came in. It happens faster in the NFL. They came in. They stripped everything down. They rebuilt up through the draft. And now guess what they did this year? They started to add the veterans. The real veterans.
With the free agency, man, King, they not trying to go. This is the thing, they not trying to go to the playoffs, just that they trying to go there and beyond, bro. Like
they trying to do
something. They trying to get a damn ring. Like, hold on, bro.
You've never seen the Lions act like that ever.
No.
No. And I even read ESPN even stated that we the number one first place free agency. We did good in the free agency pool, man. They gave us an A in the free agency, bro, saying we really
how here trying. You put the league on notice when you went and got CJ Gardner Johnson.
Yeah.
When
that shit is crazy.
You went and got Emmanuel from the 49ers, then you get Sutton. Sutton was also another guy that was sought after in free agency. And these guys decided to come here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The whole world watched Hard Knocks.
Yep.
So they know what type of locker room and what type of coaching staff you got. Shit, I'm going to Detroit.
Yep.
Some players ain't smart enough to do it. Jalen Ramsey, not smart enough to do it.
No, they was trying to trade that dude. They was gonna want the first 2 picks back.
We had enough to get him, but
did we?
They honored him to send him where he wanted to go.
Oh, he wants to go to Miami.
Yeah.
He want to go back home.
He won a ring already, so he had a stage now. Like, I want to go play somewhere nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he been somewhere nice before. He was in Jacksonville. So he was from Florida. He was from Florida State. So it was, going back to Florida. It wasn't nothing for him. But yeah, man. Any final thoughts on the Pistons, man? Before we move forward, talking about the Detroit Lions. Any final thoughts, Dante?
Hell no, bro. Just like King said, let Troy Weaver do what the fuck he came here to do. What we paying him all this money to do. Let him build this team the way he needs to build it. just get all I'm asking is, and I agree with King with this too. Just get Corey Josephs and shit out of here, man. They just sore thumbs sitting in the locker room, bro. They just sore thumbs, bro.
Yeah.
They just sitting in there, they stanking up the room, bro. They don't even need to be in there.
Any final thoughts, King, man? Before we move on to the Lions?
No, that's it. Let's move to the Lions, man.
Man, so we got the Detroit Lions. We got the draft coming up April 27th. We a couple of weeks away, man. We definitely it's going to be big, man. Definitely we're excited for this draft, man. It's man, we all excited, man. We the sixth pick, and the 18th pick, man. And I'm gonna start with Dante, man. Man, I know you excited for this NFL draft, man. What you looking forward to, man? What are you looking forward to in this draft, man?
Look, I'm gonna say this again. Offense is pretty straight right now. I mean, we still got key pieces that we could grab, but I'm saying just go defense in this draft, bro. Just that's what I'm screaming, bro. Go deep. Maybe get a I definitely say get a DL, get a defensive lineman, man. Definitely I say get another middle linebacker if that is possible. I think we should be good in the corner department and the safety department. So I still say get a quarterback too, because I'm King. I know you. I'm not gonna shit on Jared Goff this year. I'm gonna let this dude do what he do. I'm not gonna shit on him. So that's a shot. That's for you. I'm not gonna shit on this guy because everybody kept saying he had a great second half season. He played well. He brought us to what was it? 9-8?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or yeah. So I
9-8.
mean, I'm not finished shit on this guy yet. I'm just all I want him to do is be consistent, like how he played them last game. Be that consistent every game, bro. That's all I ask for him. That's all. Just be, and I know he didn't have that many targets. He didn't, because he was dependent on fucking Amara St. Brown was about to get him killed. I was like, this dude go down here, bro.
Listen, Jared Goff, man, he's good enough to do what we need right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because no one ever questioned that he's a good enough quarterback to get you in the playoffs, to play in the playoffs. It's to get over the top was the question. Now, given Jared Goff he was, on the younger side as a quarterback, still young. You know what I'm saying? Can get better, can improve.
Yeah.
But you still draft a quarterback just to be a professional football team. The Lions have not been a professional football team when it comes to that department. We've always had one quarterback and then some trash bag behind him. You know what I'm saying? Go and get a young quarterback. Stop signing. Listen, we brought back old boy from last season, but still, you did the clause and everything. You're gonna carry a third quarterback. Go draft one. Just sit there in tutelage. What the hell is so wrong with that? Well, get one. And if there's one available, the top quarterbacks are going to be gone by the time we pick. So if there's one available in the later rounds, get one in the later rounds. Do it. That's not hard. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, we got to go D-line. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning
That's what I said.
We got to go D-line, man. And you probably still want to bring in a young receiver. You probably still do at some point in this draft. You want to bring a young receiver in here.
Please.
Simply because you didn't retain Sharp. You brung in Marvin Jones, but that's a 1-year contract. And Marvin is on his way to he's on the downward part of his career. So you want to bring another young receiver in here too as well. But man, yeah, like I said, go and get a damn backup quarterback that you can groom. Good teams do that. Why we have to do that? We have to. So you want to have depth at all positions.
And I'm gonna say this right quick. you know, you both have very valid points. I did a video about a few days ago, and you know, the Nate Sudfeld. I don't know why do we resign him. We don't need a backup quarterback. You know, doesn't know how to play the game of football. I'm saying it. You know, I made a video and say, hey, you know, there are some few veteran quarterbacks out there are still looking for jobs that can still can play in this league. There are a few, not a lot. And I say one in mind, I say Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is still out there. I would get him in as a backup for just for a year. Just say something was to happen to Golf. You know what I'm saying? I'm knocking on wood. Hopefully nothing happens to Golf. He doesn't get hurt or doesn't get benched for his poor play. You know, bring a guy like Carson Wentz that's been he's a Super Bowl champion. Although he didn't play in the Super Bowl, but when he was with the Eagles before he got hurt, he was playing his best season before he got hurt, and he just wasn't the same ever since. You know, the Indianapolis Colts situation. You know, what I'm saying he played. You know, somewhat so and so, but I fought that more on the organization than on Carson Wentz. To me, if you look behind the scenes, and Carson Wentz somewhat got screwed on that, and then they let him go. And then Washington, a lot of that was all on him, his poor play and everything. It was a lot of it was on him. But my thing is, you bring a guy like Carson Wentz, he's still young. You know, he can, you know, you could use him as insurance policy to say if Golf get hurt, or, you know, like I said, if Jared Goff's plays so poorly, you bring in a guy that can throw the ball, that can, you know, he's not a great runner, not a great scrambler, but the guy he can, when he has a good offensive line, like any other quarterback has a good offensive line with protection, he can get the ball out there.
Keyword. You just said the key word.
Yeah, protection.
I don't give a goddamn if you patches a Houlihan out there, quarterback behind that offensive line, you're going to be successful. You know what I'm saying? So Jared Goff this season is definitely, most likely, is going to be successful because, you know, that offensive line is going to protect the hell out of them. It's just what they do. They another year under their belt. The guys returning. Guys re-signed here. Listen, we're going to be tight, you know what I'm saying, on that offense. You got a dual threat in that backfield that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Montgomery and Swift.
Yeah.
They pick your poison. They both can catch the football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they both can run.
Yeah. So it's like, bro, Jared Goff would be fine. You know, I don't get into the stat game. Y'all know I don't do that, you know, because
I don't either.
Like I say, it's deceiving. A lot of people like to bring up the ratings and stuff and the stats from last year. Listen, Jared Goff, we all know this. It's not too often he throwing that ball past 30 yards. So those stats supposed to look well. They're supposed to look good. So the few times that he did throw the ball down the field, some he missed badly, some he made. Listen, his young receiver, his young rookie receiver ain't out here liking other quarterback statements on Twitter for no reason. He's probably not dumb. Okay. So when it comes to throwing long balls, Goff is just not that accurate. So this year is the test. Can you work on your game during this offseason and become a better passer down the field? We need better passes down the field because you got some burners on this team now. Marvin Jones likes to stretch the field too himself when he can. So, and he'll be in a better position than he was here the first time simply because of what threats the Lions actually have out there now with J-Mo, with Amon-Ra St. Brown, with the backfield that they have. You can't just pay it.
Scary, bro.
So everything opens up. So Jared Goff has to be able to be accurate throwing the ball down the field. That's my next test for Jared Goff. Listen, you're good enough to do the basics. I want to see down the field big plays because you have an offense that's built for big plays. So you have to be a big play quarterback because you got all the protection in the world. Everything is off now. There is no handicaps. There's no crutches. This is your time. So show me something.
All right. I just want right quick, man. We'd like to welcome new breed 313, man. Welcome to the show, man. Thank you for coming through, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
What's
you
up,
coming
brother?
through. Noma's
Appreciate it.
know what's going on with Noma's. So I hope he still come through on the show, man. So we was out here, we talking about the Detroit Lions, man. Before we go back to it, we just want to you go ahead and introduce yourself for those don't know who you are, man. Just just go with that right quick, man.
I appreciate it. I just want to say thank you for this opportunity for going on the show with everybody, man. I can't say enough, man. Just thank you so much. My name is Steve. I am the New Breed 313 Sports. I talk about everything, every sport from NBA and G League. And just everything. I talk about everything. I ain't got no limits. I talk about everything. And I do have a normal channel that I talk about just current events and stuff like that as well, which is 187 The New Breed. So y'all check that out. Y'all will not be disappointed. I will guarantee you.
Very appreciate
Yes,
that.
sir.
Very appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Man, you got any let's see, any social media platforms people can follow you on, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook?
Pretty much the New Breed 313 Sports Instagram, same as YouTube, 187 The New Breed YouTube. I have another Instagram, which is the New Breed 187. Just that's pretty much everywhere you can find me. Facebook, Steve Walker. That's pretty much everything that I have, man.
All right,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Make sure and follow Steve, man. Hit that like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So he got some good content as well. Y'all, I'm quite sure y'all been seeing him down in a lot of Pistons games, and So yeah, man, I be seeing you posted on, man, out there, man. You be out there, taking pictures with players and stuff, man. So definitely. So we get into some Lions, man. Talking about the draft, man. So what what do you think the Lions should do with the first two picks of the 6th and the 18th pick?
Defense, and defense. And did I say defense? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Yeah. They should. They have to, I would say, the D line and definitely linebacker.
You taking Jalen Carter if he fall to 6?
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
Now I say this: with Jalen Carter is gone and Will Anderson still out there, would you take Will Anderson?
I would take Will Anderson. And there's another guy. I believe a lot of people are talking about that we should pick. I'm trying to think.
Tyree.
His name. That's the one. That's the one.
That's a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Watching this film now. That's what I was doing before I got on here.
Yeah, just make sure you don't pick a corner with that first one. I like Okuda, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But don't take one that high. Unless you Jalen Ramsey.
We don't need to take one that high simply because the way football works, if we keep building in them trenches and then that second level, man, no matter who you have back there in that secondary, they're going to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Because creating that pressure on that quarterback, man, is going to open the doors for everybody.
Yeah, you see James Houston. You see James Houston and Aiden Hutchinson clouded on them edges. Hell no, that shit is crazy.
Yeah,
even when he came back, he was productive for the little time he did come back. But we still got Aquara, you know what I'm saying, on the edge. So, like I said, just add more D-line help, man. We can never have too much. Lynn McNeil need him and Bugs, they need a little bit more help in the inside. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Hey, King, I got a question for you, bro. Because I ain't talked to you in a hot minute, bro. We been out of touch for a hot minute. How did you feel about them signing Will Harris garbage ass? know your ass feel some type of way about this shit. I ain't let that shit go.
Will Harris this year, this
Fuck
season
that.
is not the same Will Harris from 2 or 3 years ago. And the reason why is it plays a part in what I just said. He's not playing safety. Okay, that's number one. And number two, with the new emerging, front, the trenches we have on the defense now, it helps everybody out. And Will Harris was out of place, by the way, when we was shitbagging on him. He was out of place. He's always been that nickel type of guy for me.
That nigga be out there looking lost, dog. That nigga be looking lost. That nigga be looking like his body at Ford Field, but his head somewhere the fuck else.
Right now, this is why it's not so much of a big deal. He's a guy he's a depth guy now. He's not the showcase guy anymore. Yeah. He's a guy that's just waiting. If somebody get injured, emergency, okay, now you go in there. That's what he is now. It's not like he's thrown up there as a part of the actual,
King. I'd rather go get one of them dudes from the hood to play that nigga position because he be out there fucked up. He be out there like he be out there like he done got super high before the game and just forgot his assignment. That nigga be out there like, which way did he go?
He wasn't as tragic last season.
Wait, no, I gotta call bullshit. Remember that game against Buffalo Bills when they put this nigga on Stephon Diggs? Are y'all fucking smoking blunts? Y'all put him on Stephon Diggs and he got his ass smoked.
Bro, we were thin at that time. We were thin. Like what that shit, you put half of them, a lot of the league against Stephon Diggs, they gonna get roasted.
I had to agree with Keen on that because they was staying as it is, and
I understand that, but shit, you could have damn got somebody out the stands to play better than that. And he was out there.
But you have to understand. You got to understand, Dante. You only can work with what you have.
Yeah, I understand.
Man.
I understand.
And not only that too.
Take notes from me. You have to evolve with certain things.
Yeah.
Before the Lions, Jared Goff was the scum on the bottom of my shoe. I couldn't stand him watching the Rams play. He irritated my soul. He was the sole reason that they did nothing in the Super Bowl. He was the sole reason. And you see what happened last season. Bill Belichick did it to him again last season. That's why I don't get with them stats and all that bullshit. Because against certain teams and certain coaches, they know what to do against them. They know his strengths. They know his weaknesses.
Yep.
Well, we building a team right now where we can help with the weaknesses.
Yep.
So he got to meet us halfway. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, in this situation now, man, Will Harris is an afterthought.
That nigga go like my man. Hey King, that nigga go like my man off of what's that movie off of what was that movie with Adam Sandler and them? That nigga was like, I'm never gonna get able to play.
I'll eat popcorn.
Right.
He's like, oh man, I'm never gonna play.
Yeah, well, Will Harris, he probably don't be surprised. He probably be on the practice squad. So he gonna be
on the practice squad. All right, he gonna be the main one getting noodle. Hey! I want you to check Amar St. Brown. Oh nope, he got noodle. Nope. Now I want you to check J-Mo. Nope, he got noodle. Hey, check Marvin Jones. Oh shit, he got noodle again. Oh man, well who the hell? Check. Okay, can you check Cephas? No, got noodle again. Damn, okay.
Man, Luke the host of the show.
What's up, fellas?
Showed up, man. What's up, man?
What's going on? What up, though? What up,
yes,
though?
sir.
Okay. What's going on, Bree? What's going on?
What's going on, man? What's happening?
Not much, man. Just getting done with my situation, trying to keep this damn mic thing up. Anyway, what's going on, fellas?
Hey, no, man, you echoing, man, a little bit. I can hear it, man.
A little bit.
Yeah, you echoing. Yeah. Exit out and come back.
What about now?
Sound like T-Pain, bro.
Yeah,
what about now?
The volume on the PC or
that wasn't on it.
What about now?
Yeah, you good now.
You sound better now. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. So No, man, since you missed half of the show, man. I know you had to take care of some things, but we was definitely just talking about, what the line, what the Lions should do with their first two picks in the first round, man. So um since you just joined in, what I'm saying, we're gonna go with you.
Okay.
What you think what they gonna do? Go ahead, man. Go ahead, no.
Honestly, man, hopefully they don't do no bullshit. But honestly, I want them to go defense. Unless you telling me that one of those top two QBs fall back to 18, I might be able to risk it. But I gotta go defense. I gotta go with a top rated guy on that D line, and I gotta go with somebody either linebacker first. Because the thing about it is, man, you need that. Like, if you talking about doing more zone, a lot of that's gonna come from your linebackers. If your linebackers are dog shit right now, without somebody that's got the speed and the athleticism, we need that. And that's what this linebacker core been missing for at least 20 years now. Like, the last guy you had to have athleticism, y'all ran him out the city, and he wasn't playing up to par, to be fair. But yeah, we need something like that, man. Then you can go corner after that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's a toss up with 55. Because the reason why I put the linebacker over the DB, because y'all have to look at it. If you look at our defense play last year, you had our DBs coming down trying to fill in the roles of the linebackers. They needed speed. They brought down defensive backs. When they needed somebody to help in blitzing situations, they brought Jerry Jacobs in. They brought what's my guy that just signed the Falcons, Hughes. They brought him in. They need somebody at linebacker that can handle those responsibilities, so that way the DBs can sit back and cover the deep pressures. We try and make people beat us underneath, and if you can't do that, you ain't getting no top. Then that pass rush go eventually get to your ass, and you gotta stop the run. So that's why I said the draft.
I want my linebacker. I want my linebacker to be the leading tackler on the team.
Yeah, not the DBs, not the safeties. It gotta be linebacker.
Before Tracy Walker got hurt, he was leading the team in tackles.
Yeah.
I want more.
It's not good.
I want more tackles in the middle.
How's his timetable? Is he gonna be able to return, or should he just sit out with all the help we got?
He on track. He'll be ready.
Mm-hmm.
He on good track actually.
Yep, he definitely gonna be.
I can't wait.
We don't have to rush him now.
See, and people.
You got Kirby Joseph, man. You and bro, you don't have to rush. You got CJ and you got Kirby Joseph. You don't have to rush them now.
No,
right?
Nope.
Well, that defense is scary as hell, dog.
That's why I'm like not big on taking the corner in the first round, because I really do believe now that you got some real talent in the secondary. Okuda finna finally take that next step now, because I mean, when you in the secondary where it's a bunch of us on the screen as his fellow mates, of course you go look trash. But when you get some real playmakers out there, playing some guys who personify getting turnovers, some guys who personify, being hitters on that secondary, he's going to be able to run and pick off those guys. Plus with Dre Bly on his year two now, he got somebody more personal that's played this game at a high level before they can really get with him for real now.
Okay,
yeah, definitely agree with that, man. So, Bree, you got any other thoughts on the Lions, man?
Well, I think, to be honest, man, they just need to stay healthy. That's the big thing. They really need to stay healthy. And people seem to not forget that Tracy Walker was injured, so he's just not coming back. We still got Kirby Joseph. Who knows if he's gonna have the same year in year two that he had one. And I agree with King. We need a linebacker. We need a dog. I wish we could have got Bobby Wagner, but that's wishful thinking. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we'll just have to get somebody in a draft or free agency. That's the only way we can go. But
I think he's gonna be all right though, Kirby Joseph, because he got help now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think
the more we do up front, the better it is for them on the back.
Yeah, the better our secondary will be.
That was the thing.
Now I'm gonna ask y'all this: do y'all think if Joey Porter Jr. is out there, and you think the Lions should go after him?
I mean, listen, if Brad Holmes sees fit, then I'm rocking with whatever he got going on. Bro.
You ain't lying because he did good last year draft. So,
or what about Noam's got Trent Simpson?
Yeah, 18 definitely.
18. What y'all think? Trent
18,
Simpson?
or if they trade down and take him because they want an extra pick, I don't care which way it go. He need to be on the team.
I'm not really comfortable saying that because I ain't had a chance to really dig into any of his film.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
I'm not even gonna sit here in front and act like no, I haven't watched.
Hell no.
yeah, man. Listen, the draft coming up, man. It's gonna be exciting, man. It's definitely gonna be exciting, man. Hey, next year the draft will be here downtown Detroit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I know everybody's gonna be down there, man.
Hey, please
Yeah.
don't make us look.
I'm
Please,
set up
please,
at a table shooting live down at that motherfucker.
Yeah.
please, King, please make sure half these damn Detroitians don't fuck it up for us because they
First
already
of
know we
all,
want to throw shit in this motherfucker.
Those scrungy, them roaches, they don't even come down there during that time, bro.
I'm just saying, bro, because I remember.
This ain't the first time we had an event downtown. You know,
I know because I remember when Super Bowl happened down here.
Yeah,
I was walking around down there, and I'm like, "Oh hell no, dog!"
When there's enough police presence, the hood rats stay, where they at.
Oh, okay, cool. Because you know, the motherfuckers come out with the lights come on. They're like,
I'm glad you said that, man, because I never really get to talk. That irritates the hell out of me. It's embarrassing, bro.
Yeah.
Stop. We already got a reputation.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Stay your funky ass at home, man.
Yeah.
You be like, and they just go run it. You be like, bruh, like, come the fuck like, we already got the balance at the palace hanging over our head. We already got that shit hanging on our head.
They still making shit off that. I don't know why.
Yeah, did you see that, Ray King? Did you see that bullshit? Yeah. I was mad as hell. They talked to every Indiana Pacer and talked about 3 people from our side. I'm like, what the fuck?
That was fabricated, by the way, because if you look at the podcast right now with some of them guys from Indiana, they had every Piston you can think of on their podcast. They know that was fabricated. That was
Indiana. I was pissed. I was like, what the fuck? So we just the bad guy.
But we talking about the draft next year. I got a question for y'all. Who is coming to training camp this summer? Because it's gonna be live. You hear me? July is going to be live this year. Training camp with the Hard Knocks last year was live, but this year a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be live. So training camp, man. If y'all get there, start scheduling and planning ahead of time. Once they release the date, man.
What day is it? It gotta fall on a day I don't work, bro.
It's the end of the month, July.
It usually be like somewhere around the middle of the week or something like that.
Yeah.
So usually in the middle of the week. So you definitely and the Lions then talks about having a new practice facility.
Yeah, they talking about moving away from Allen Park. Yeah. But where the fuck is it gonna be? They ain't saying shit yet about where it's gonna be.
Hopefully somewhere locally, man. Shit.
Well, what's talking about? Training camp?
I ain't finna put that shit in the hood. I'm gonna tell you that.
No, they're saying they might be looking for a new practice facility. They might be leaving Allen Park. They trying to find something.
If they do, it'll probably be towards downtown.
Shit, they gonna put that shit in the hood like that?
What? Man, ain't no damn hood downtown. Ain't no houses down there. What are you talking about?
My bad, bro.
Put it on the east side.
Dante be talking outside his head, though.
No, I don't. Hey, no, I don't. No, I don't. No, don't even try that shit. No.
Here you go, Dante, man. Here you go, man. Yeah, man. So it's gonna be so exciting, man. This NFL draft.
All I was saying is I just hope our fan base behave themselves, because you know how we are. Like King said, we already got a reputation, and people don't be want to throw shit in here.
When it comes to events, when it comes to even regular sporting events, we don't show out at them events. Like we those little dudes that live in them little pocket neighborhoods that you talking about, they don't be around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I go to this stuff. I don't see them dudes nowhere.
Nah. But you see when we remember we had the Major League All-Star game down here. You know what I'm saying? It was, before we had the Super Bowl. It was it's still downtown.
That's the majority of motherfuckers on probation. Shit, they trying to fuck that up.
Man, Detroit is not like that, bro. It's not like that. You got a bunch of dudes doing a lot of stuff in little small neighborhoods, jacked up neighborhoods. They get a lot of the city a bad rep for what they doing. That's it.
Yeah.
When it comes to that part of downtown, they don't exist because they scared to be around the police.
That is true, because like I said, I work down that area a lot because I worked the security jobs there. So if anybody that kind of come off acting a certain way, it's a certain brand I'm not gonna say.
Yeah. I already know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I do too.
If anything, is a bunch of those what you talking about, and they drunk and everything.
Oh yeah.
Those ones that be the biggest problem. I'll just say that.
Oh yeah. When they drunk, I've seen it too many times. Dude came trying to fight a female that worked with me. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He ran right into the glass door and failed. Bro, you don't get your drunk ass.
Right. So man,
on the ground. I fucked up. Like, bro, yeah, you are, dog.
Go ahead.
So before we move on, man, any final thoughts of the Detroit Lions? I'm gonna go ahead and start with Dante, man. Any final thoughts of the Lions, man?
No, man. Like I'm with y'all. I'm just excited to see the draft, man. I'm gonna be missing half the games any damn way. Majority of them, I'm gonna be listening to them though. 'Cause I gotta work on Sundays. So, I mean, but no, man. I agree with y'all. I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna be excited though. I know for sure.
All right. What about you, Bree?
Hey, I'm just excited about the season. I mean, it's hopefully, with all the expectations and what happened last year, I can't wait for training camp. I can't wait for the season because I'll be there because I got a season ticket. So I can't wait. I can't wait for this season. And we're going to see how, Dre Bly do with the new coaching and how Dan Campbell is and everything. But I hope it's a winning season. I'm gonna pray on it.
Me too, bro. I'm sick of this shit, bro. I'm sick of
I am too, man. I am so sick and tired of that, and I know they're around because all the bandwagon fans that wasn't there when they were losing. Now that they winning, we knew they was going. Nah. Bring that up. Take that across 8 Mile. Don't bring it in.
Keep that same energy.
Take that same energy.
Stay over here. Just like
they need to. There. Yep. They need to.
Them stinking ass Pistons fans too.
Man, don't get me started on that.
I love my team. Listen. I love my team. I love the Pistons, but fuck them fans, bro. That is the most fair one out of all teams. That is the most fair weather fan base.
Man,
ever seen.
You ain't lying.
Yes,
I've never seen so many weirdos come to games wearing other teams' gear than the Pistons fans, bro. I had a guy. Listen.
Hey, King. I'm gonna tell you. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I do that too. So I can't talk. Sometimes I come with, but it's only with players that I like.
Shit. I'm not doing that shit. No, my mama beat my ass from the grave, bro. I'm good.
Listen, I'm born and raised in the city, 7 miles south
me
field.
Too.
Bro, fuck them other teams, dog. Period.
7 mile running. 7 mile running, bro.
I don't give a how much I like a player. I ain't never worn no Jordan jersey to no goddamn game.
Me neither, man. Fuck Jordan.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's on a mass scale in the arena, and when other teams is in town, it's like they playing home games. Because
Toronto Raptors
roaring and cheering.
Oh yeah.
it's not just. It used to be just Toronto, which is understandable because we right next to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But now it's like every team, bro, is overpowering.
Hold on. Remember the Lakers,
man. Like,
Yes.
bro,
Before and
I'm
after
gonna get him.
LeBron. Yep.
Now I'm gonna give him a perfect.
You should have seen a couple of weeks ago when Denver was here. Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'll give you another example.
They had a whole section with flags floating and stuff for Jokic.
Oh
bro.
yeah,
like bro,
that's true.
I'm like, how is this being allowed? You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, Jokic, Denver, take your ass back to the mountains. Right.
It's just like
Luka
with
too.
Just like with Bree saying, like like I said, I admit too. Like I said, I love Kawhi Leonard. I love Paul George. I'm wearing the Clippers, jersey.
Pandemic
man.
P.
Yeah. But like I said, even. Y'all see, I wear a Philadelphia Eagles jersey, because I love Jalen Hurts. I love the team, but my hometown team's gonna come first before them other teams. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, I'm gonna tell you.
So that's why when the Clippers, when the Clippers played us, you had on Clippers gear.
I had on the Clippers gear. Yeah.
Oh,
LCS.
I'm not gonna sit there.
You made it out alive?
Yeah, I wore the Clippers jersey. I
ain't doing that shit. My mama beat my ass on the grave, dog. I ain't got time for that shit.
But Daryl been doing this for years though. Since we used to work together. So I'm not surprised with Daryl. And plus he's a Michigan State fan. You can't trust them anyway.
Wow.
Daryl walked right into that.
Wow.
They are
the disrespect.
Damn,
wow.
Man. I'm in the wrong podcast, bro. Shit.
I had to drink to that.
Wow.
I had to drink to that.
Right quick, man. I used
to shots fired. Oh man!
I used if he King, he used to tell you when we used to work together at the airport. He used to could not stand when I used to talk about the San Antonio Spurs
and the Spurs every day.
Man, I used to tell him, I said San Antonio was a better team. He's like, no, man, I can't stand the Spurs. I can't stand Tim Duncan and
girl, and I gotta agree with King. Fuck that. The only reason they won that year is because Rasheed Wallace goofy ass left fucking Robert Horry open like this nigga weak.
Man, Robert Horry ruined my childhood, bro.
As a Spurs, I always been a fan of the Spurs because I like the code they live by and play by over there. Always. I hate Robert Horry. I hate him. You take one shot a game.
Big shot, Bob.
Big shot, bro.
Yeah, and that nigga got as much rings as Jordan too.
Right. Nobody ever mentioned that.
Shit, he kept that low key profile. I don't know how the fuck he kept that low profile.
That's what they call a big shot, Bob.
Hey, but to put on what
Big shot Bob against us because Rasheed Wallace thought that nigga was weak and left him wide the fuck open. You know how open
well, not necessarily because that too, but they still won game 6 to bring it to 7. So Ginobili was just cooking us.
They wouldn't have won game 6 if Rasheed Wallace goofy ass wouldn't have left him open like this nigga trash. He left him open like he came from the G League or some shit. And he blazed his
retro recap, Hood Ninja, what up, though? Glad y'all can make it, man. Glad y'all two can make it, man. Shout out to both of them, man.
That's real.
You know what's funny?
True.
And you know what's funny about that game? I was at that game. I'm like, you stupid son of a bitch. You literally left this nigga open like he trash. And he just pulled that bitch.
But you look at how many teams that left Robert Horry open. Look at Sacramento when the Lakers
we ain't even talk about that shit because this nigga actually can hit a shot with a hand in his face too. So
Robert Horry has been hitting big shots his whole entire career. With Houston, with the Lakers, and with San Antonio. He was hitting big shots, and come on, y'all teams have to understand. Certain players cannot leave.
That was a player and a coaching lapse for the Pistons because
appreciate you, Hood Ninja. Appreciate you, boy.
You ain't helped Ben Wallace ever I mean, even against Shaq, y'all never double team Shaq. Y'all left him by himself. You didn't help anybody else on the defense. Everybody was responsible for their own man.
Yeah, boy, Kobe was hot of it that serious. That nigga had that rape case on his head.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about against the Spurs, bro. I'm like, bro, what are you doing, dog? You know what I'm saying? You got one thing to do. And make sure that this dude, if I'm the coach and I'm looking on the court and this one shot that can kill us, I'm gonna say, bro, they got Robert Horry over there, because at that point he was already known for it. Don't leave him. Don't let him touch the basketball. If they gonna beat us, the dude on the court got to get the ball. Period, bro. Yeah. I don't want him touching it.
Right, they should have bum rushed that nigga. I wouldn't have cared if fucking Tony Parker or Ginobili had that shit. They gave it to this nigga. I was like, oh my God, man, you should have seen us leaving the palace. We was pissed. Everybody looked like they just lost their friend in that bitch. Everybody looked like they just lost their mama when they left.
Hey, but I gotta get ready.
What up, man, beast? Oh, I got the link right here. I want him to come in for a minute, man.
King, you finna jump out of here, man?
Yeah, I gotta get ready to split on. I got somewhere I gotta go.
All right, well, King, man, thank you for coming through on the show,
thanks,
man.
Bro.
Very appreciate you, man.
King.
Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button, man. Follow everything King, and also follow We Three Kings podcast, man. Appreciate you coming through, King, right, man.
Y'all be safe, man.
Yes, sir.
You too, bro. Man, Beast, don't go nowhere. I'm about to get you in here, bro.
That shit pissed me off, though. Yeah, I went to that fucking game. You should have seen us. My mama was crying. I was crying. Half the fans left that bitch was crying. We know we finna get smoked game 7. Ain't no way the fuck. We finna come out.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Since Noam wasn't on the show and earlier, and Bree wasn't in the show earlier, was talking in depth about the Pistons. So I'm definitely gonna go back to the Pistons right quick. The Pistons lost the last 2 home games of the season against the Brooklyn Nets and the Miami Heat. I know Bree.
Brooklyn?
Yeah, they lost last night against Brooklyn. Yeah, they lost to Brooklyn. Brooklyn was playing for something because they trying to keep their 6th seed spot. They're trying to avoid the play-in. So Miami, they won the other night, trying to keep their play-in hopes, like they trying to get the 6th seed. They trying to get Brooklyn to fall off. So going to the Pistons, man. Breed, I know you've been down there at the games, of course. So tell me your last, experience the last 2 home games, and what you look for the Pistons going forward for this offseason.
Well, I think. First off, I just think again, same thing with the Lions, man. I think they need to stay healthy. That's the biggest thing. They have to stay healthy, and I know y'all talk about Wiseman and everything. Man, he has to get bigger.
Hey, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna turn my phone for a minute.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, he has to get bigger, and same thing for Bagley. He got to, man. It's just they're pretty much the same kind of player if you really look at it. So I just think, and with them in the draft, depending on who they get, I still think there's talent on this team. They just got to stay healthy, and they need a better coach.
Yeah.
They need a better coach. I like Casey. I do. One of the nicest guys you can meet, but they need a new voice. And it's I can think of some coaches, but the big thing is, would they want to come here? That's the big question. So I think this team has talent. I think they just like Houston. They just like OKC, doubt a young talent. But I think in a couple of years they can be good. But they just got to stay healthy. Have to have a new coach, and I think they'll be all right.
Right.
I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, listen, I feel the same way, man. Obviously, Dwayne Casey has been letting us down with his coaching mechanics for a while now. We tried to give him understandable 3 years because you understood the rebuild had just started a couple of years ago. So we weren't trying to hold the first few years against him. But at this point, it's time to get somebody young that's up to date, bro. Because you making our, you know what I'm saying? If you had a real coach right now and this team was healthy, this at least would be a 28-30 game type of team this year. But because of what Casey has done, he's cost us a lot of games. It's time to move, bro. Without doubts. But yeah, that's where we at with the Pistons right now, man. It's like you got your best players down. You need a couple of veterans. I personally not a fan of keeping Bogey here. Because it's like, yeah, he can shoot, but right now this team need a little bit more help than that. And
yeah, I want to get on that Casey part. This guy is like over 100 games under 500 in Detroit. Over 100. And people were still telling me we should keep him. I just don't understand. I don't get it.
Okay. Well, man, Beast, man, Morris, welcome to the show, man. Thank you for coming through, man. Yeah, very appreciate you
finally
coming
got
through.
him on.
Yeah, man. So just go on and just right quick, just introduce yourself, man, right quick, man, and then we get back to the Pistons talk, man.
Yeah, man, Beast Morris, man. Subscribe to my channel, man, Beast Morris. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. Yep. You can also follow me on Twitter at 3D1ManBeast. Yeah, and that's basically it. All I got to say right now.
Okay, man. Thank you, man, for coming in on the show, man. So, just want to ask you, since you just joined in, so, what are you looking forward to for this off season for the Pistons this year? No, upcoming off season.
Well, one, they need to get. I think they need to get a couple more shooters. That's one thing, and another thing, they need more 3 and D guys. But at the same time, would it really work if we still got Casey as our coach? Because his philosophy is no philosophy at all. So, yeah. But the main thing I'm looking forward to, we got to get some shooters. And out the draft, I hope we get Brandon Miller. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Because he is exactly what we need.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. If I asked, Noman's this, and so if Pistons say they get Wemby, and you got 5 bigs. That's right now. If you got Wemby, which between now Dern and Stewart, we know they're gonna be there. You know they're gonna be. So my question is to you: who's going to be the odd man out between Wiseman or Bagley?
Bagley, he can get out of here. Him and Stewart, if you ask me. They both can.
No, I'm not getting Stewart.
No, okay, let me say. Okay. What is your reason why you say Bagley over is the odd man out over Wiseman?
Bagley is a liability. He's a misfit. He's just on this team to take up cat space and fill up a roster spot. Like, that's how I feel about him. He always injured. He can't rebound. He don't play defense. And his scoring is inconsistent. I don't need that. He can get the hell up out of here. For real. I don't need that. And then, that's pretty much it. I'd rather have if I had a gun in my head, Marvin Bagley. Now, last year, I did like him, but I had to open my eyes like, nah, this ain't going to work. And then I see Wiseman. He played better than him. This Wiseman need to bulk up a little more. And I'd rather just have Doran and Wiseman and maybe beat Stu at the center, maybe. And that's it.
Thing with Stewart, though, he's not a center. He's a power forward more so. He's a specialist. He's more of a defensive guy that comes in and shakes you up defensively. He's not like a rim protector. They just forced him to be that.
Right, because I see him get flushed on plenty of times.
But that's what's going to happen, though. You're not that athletic, and then you smaller. But now, as a forward, you not got to stand back and defend the paint. Oh, yeah, he's a monster.
I seen John Morant he flushed on him and then stuck his tongue at him. I'm surprised he didn't get a take. But he literally dunked on him and stuck the tongue at him like he was taunting them or something. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised they taunting like they eject him or none of that. I'm all over the place. They didn't eject him. And I also see him get banged up by a couple other guys too, so point guards and everything. So yeah, he's not a rim protector. He's not that great in the perimeter either. I don't know, their defense is just trash. Their whole team defense.
It's the system, though, man. It's not just on the players. This KC system sucks too, and it makes people look bad. That's why I'm like real frustrated with it because it's like, bro, what is your defense? It seems old and outdated. Like he don't know how to set up the chips.
And that's the thing, though. He don't like his. That's the thing. He's supposed to have been a defensive-minded coach.
Right.
That's what they say. His defense. And they get blown out like 135 to 87. It'd be terrible.
Like, because a lot of defensive plays you will see comes from the players personally. Like when you see a good defensive player, it's coming from like Hamidou, Killian, it comes from Cade, or like you'll see Beastu make a good play on defense. A lot of that happens because of what they have on their own. The system he put them in is garbage. Like it hurts them. Like, and it don't make sense. Like, how are you stacking this up? You got other teams who got players that don't even play defense that well, but their system for defense is better, and theirs is higher than ours. That's how you know something is wrong with coaching.
Looking at the Atlanta Hawks when they had Nate McMillan, playing that old school style of coaching and everything, it didn't work anymore. This is a new era in this NBA now, and Trae Young, and Jonte Murray, said they didn't like the system that Nate McMillan was running. And Atlanta was struggling. You know what I'm saying? They was up and down, up and down. You say, yeah, they up and down now, but the difference is, Quinn Snyder just came along with these games left, and they in the play-in. Nate McMillan, the reason why he got fired because the players wasn't buying to the system that he was trying to run with Atlanta. And that's why Nate McMillan was gone. And this is pretty much it's almost like the same thing with the Pistons. The players is not buying to KC's system, right. And it's not working. That's why the Pistons are having these many losses. I mean, granted, the injuries is what it is. Losing our best player on the team, K Cunningham, that derailed it. So I use that Nate McMillan as an example because that's almost like a similar what Atlanta's went through. But the difference is Atlanta has some veterans that played this game more than we have. The veterans we have. I mean, we can't count on Corey Joseph. We can't count on Rodney Magruder. We can't count on
French Montana. Gotta go.
Yeah, we can't count on them guys, man. To help lead this young team, man. We can't do that, man. I mean, that's when you look at Atlanta. They got guys that they can help these young players, be better. They got some veterans over there. They got some. So I mean, that's why I say some of it's like it's similar. And I say Dwayne Casey needs to go and get a player's coach. You need a player's coach. Look at Taylor Jenkins with Memphis. Look at Mike Brown. Even though he's been around for a while, look what he's doing with Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? Look at Monty Williams. Look what he's doing with the Phoenix Suns. You look at these coach. Look at OKC's coach. I forgot his name.
Mark Danino.
Yeah, Mark Danino.
Yep.
He's a good players coach. You see OKC, they up in the right. They still in the hunt for the play-in.
That's why I wish we can get somebody like Stackhouse or Tayshaun. Tayshaun Prince would definitely be a good coach.
Yeah, get somebody like Jerry Stacker. Get some players coach that's already played the game. You know what I'm saying? They play the game. They understand the player development. So
question for Man Beast. I got. So if Man Beast, you there?
Oh, he went out. He must have went out. Yeah, he went out. Hopefully get him back in. Go ahead, no.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna ask, who was your top coach that you had wanted to get? That's what I was gonna ask, Man Beast. Oh, I think he's coming back in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, no.
Oh no, I was saying I'll ask y'all right while I get him back in. If I can't, no, my shit at the
he's back in. He's back in.
Oh, he is.
My screen just went completely
I don't see him.
black.
Man.
You don't see him?
Okay, yeah, he is. No, I was asking, who do you want to see be like? Who's your top head coach candidate if we were to fire Casey after the season?
I mean, I don't mind getting the Doka here, but
Yep.
people like, oh, you bang on people wise. I don't care about that. But
Right.
can he
Right.
coach? That's all I care about.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely. What about you, Bree?
Mark Jackson, hands down, Mark Jackson. I would love that. I'm gonna give two candidates. I'm gonna say either Mark Jackson, and here's a sleeper one. I'm gonna say Sam Cassell.
That's a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Isn't he a coach somewhere? I know he coaches somebody right now. I forgot.
I think he's either with. I think he's with the Clippers. I think he assistant coach with Doc Rivers.
No, he's with Philly.
Oh, Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
He's in Philly.
Yep.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
You want to know what's funny about that too, real quick, before I let Daryl answer? The last time the Pistons won the finals with a head coach, he came from Philly. Ain't that a funny thing?
Mm-hmm.
Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then when we wrongfully fired Mo Cheeks to bring in Triple Chin Mafia, Van Gundy, he went to. I think he also came from Philly. I'm talking about Mo Cheeks. I think he came from Philly too.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And we would have been more successful with him had they not fired his ass. But Pistons was on that bullshit.
Oh yeah. So my coach, I'm gonna go with two as well. One will be Jerry Stackhouse. I would say bring Jerry Stackhouse in because he deserves this opportunity to be in the coach in the NBA level. Look what he has did with Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's not known for a basketball program or football program. Now they just know academics. Definitely, I said Jerry Stackhouse. Then like you said, you Bree, you got me with Sam Cassell, man, because that is a sleeper. that is a sleeper. But I'm gonna have to. The second one is gonna be pretty tough. I'm you know what? I'm gonna go with Udoka. I'm gonna go with Udoka. I'm gonna go with him because he showed what he did with this Boston team in his first year. With the talent they already had and got to lead them to the finals. Although they ran against a better Golden State team, and he shows, he preaches defense. Saying remember he was under, Greg Popovich in the San Antonio Spurs for a long time.
You know who I wouldn't mind bringing in though? Like even if it's just another short term leash. He's talking about the Celtics. What about Brad Stevens?
No, Bradley Stevens is not coming. Yeah. He's not coming out that office. He's not coming from.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, he remember because that's when Udoka became a coach, where Brad Stevens went upstairs in the organization.
Right. I actually thought he got. I actually thought he got terminated. I ain't gonna hold y'all up.
No, he just took the role upstairs.
Yep. I got another one. I got another sleeper, and while we was talking about the Pistons and teaching young guys, here's another one. And nobody's talking about him. What about Josh Hart? Because he's actually a coach with the G League Ignite, so he's known for teaching young guys. So that's something to think about as well.
Tom Gores he loved him some Dwayne Casey. He loved him. I think he can be back next year.
But
that's what I've been hearing.
But yeah, he loves it. At the end of the day, though, Troy Reaver's gonna make the final decision. You know what I'm saying? It's Troy Reaver's pretty much is Tom Gores, he's letting Troy Reaver doing this thing. Just like what King was saying earlier. Troy Reaver's he's letting Troy Reaver doing, what's best for the team. You know what I'm saying? So Troy Reaver, I'm quite sure they're gonna have some talks. What they're gonna do for next season, is they're gonna keep him or not. We all, hope Dwayne Casey doesn't be there next season, but we'll see what's going from there. So, but yeah, definitely, man. He's let's say Sam Cassell's good ones, Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson been, been out there, name been out there for a long time, man, and he hasn't got the opportunity since he got fired from Golden State.
I don't know what that's about.
Come on, man. I'm gonna say I know what's that about.
I know. But I'm just saying, what the hell is the rest of the franchise is thinking about? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, we all know what's that all about, man. So it's definitely so. Any final thoughts on the Pistons, man, before we move forward?
Maybe you can go first.
I don't know. This team, they need next year. They need to start developing a identity and have a direction. This team has no direction. I don't know what they trying to do right now. It's like a kid putting a bunch of colored Play-Doh together and trying to make something. They don't have no direction. It's like this team is like sand. It's like sand. Quicksand. No direction. You can't go nowhere.
Quicksand.
No, I think that's the coaching system that's quicksand.
The quicksand Pistons. They have you can't go nowhere. You sinking lower and lower. So yeah, they need a direction, man. Like that's the main thing next year. Y'all need to do what the Lions did, or try to do anyway. Get a culture. Y'all need a culture. The culture is garbage.
And that's what Troy Weaver's doing. He's building that culture. It's a process, man. It's a little different from the NBA to the NFL. So it's a process. What about you, Bree?
The same thing. They need an identity and they need a new coach, and they just need to figure out after the draft. It just all depends on who they draft. I think once they figure out who they draft, then that's the direction that they can go. If it's Wemby, Scoot, Miller, whoever, which one they get, I think after the draft, we'll actually know what direction that they're going to go.
Yeah. What about you, No?
Man, listen, it's just like this, man. Obviously, like y'all said, we had no identity. I was calling this shit out like 3-4 years ago. I mean, the Pistons ain't got no identity. In case he was first couple years here. But, it's like this. The Troy Weaver just got to, go to the office with Casey and Tom Gores and, have a meeting. They probably go have, knowing Tom Gores drunk ass, he go have some drinks or something in there, and you just open that bottle up, put some sleeping pills in that shit, and just, knock their ass out, knock his ass out, fire Casey, get him up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Or either promote him. By the time Gores sleep, you go out there, get him man Udoka with somebody, bring him in here as a coach, and And us Pistons fans on this panel, we not here. We ain't seeing nothing. We ain't seeing shit. So that's what you do, Troy Weaver. You make the right move, because this damn 20 games shipping for a top 5 pick shit ain't gonna cut it, bro. Nah, it ain't gonna work like that. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and get you a real veteran. Get some. You need not only do you need veteran players, you need guys who are not afraid to be leaders, who's not afraid to command the locker room, who's not afraid to get with the young guys and let them know what they're effing up on. Like, we don't just need Corey Josephs. We need guys who can down there get you fixed. That's what I used to love about Marcus Morris when he was here, because he used to go behind Van Gundy's back and call player meetings. And then you seen in Boston when he was over there with them, him and Marcus Smart used to get into it all the time. Guess what they were still doing? Winning. Because they held each other accountable. We don't have that over here. We got an old head coach that's yelling at you for not sweeping up the floor good enough. That's just mentality. That shit ain't gonna work, man. You need to, for real. That shit ain't gonna work, man. You out here going horse, and then you acting like a child when your players make a bad play. That King ain't lying. That was embarrassing. Seeing him flop down like that. That's supposed to be something that an assistant coach or a fan do. You don't do that as a coach. You're supposed to come up as a 60-something, 70-year-old man that's supposed to know better. You need to develop an identity, man. This town has given a lot of head coaches a lot of shit, But I'm sorry, you compare him with Jim Caldwell had way more of an identity here than this dude. I don't know what the hell Casey doing. Like, you come here and the first thing you try to do is make Blake Griffin a point guard. This is not gonna cut it. You don't like to run the pick and roll when it's working for you. You want to go ISO ball. It's like they play this hot potato. You stand back, I'm gonna pass it to you. You go in, then I'm gonna pass it back. Then he comes in like that little thing you do with rope and shit like that. What the hell is that? We need a real basketball game plan. At least I hate to say it. I really hate to say it, but at least Stan Van Gundy had an identity. He wanted to run the pick and roll. He just didn't know how to run it. You don't know what you want to do, and it's showing in your play. And like we say about the Lions, if the Lions come out here and have a really good season this year, that proves it. A young coach that came in with an identity, people thought he was stupid and he was a meathead. Turns out to be one of the smartest guys on the cover in the league. Same thing, it got to be for the Pistons and everybody else. Look at the Red Wings. Red Wings ain't got the most dominating defensive players in the league, but they was highly competitive this year because that coach knew how to coach. When you look at the Tigers, we don't know what they're gonna be. But even I gotta say it to a certain extent, yeah, even getting their butts kicked, Tigers still did get 2 wins early in the season against a good team, and they were battling hard last year with certain teams. They just didn't have enough offense. AJ Hinch, good manager. We lacking right now with one franchise, and that's the Pistons. Casey, you gotta go.
Yeah. Like I said, my final thoughts. My final thoughts with the Pistons, man. Like I said, man, Wiseman, get in that weight room. Get in that weight room. If you're gonna be on this team, get in that weight room. Same with Bagley. If he's still gonna be on this team, like you said, we get the guys healthy. Definitely looking forward to next season. It's no excuses, man. It's no excuses at all, man. We gotta get. We cannot be sitting here keep selling for 16 wins, 21 wins. We gotta get a little more than that. We gotta get healthy. We gotta get a better. We gotta have an identity, like y'all said. Have an identity. So, that's much I'm gonna say about the Pistons, man. But we definitely gonna keep an eye on the free agency. We definitely gonna keep an eye on the draft. So, so definitely. Definitely, it's gonna be so. Definitely, we're moving forward right quick before we end the show, man. Today was opening day, man, for the Detroit Tigers home opener day, man. I hope everybody that was downtown is able to make it to the game, enjoy their time, all the festivities down there at Comerica Park today. Unfortunately, the Detroit Tigers lose 6-3 to the Boston Red Sox.
Birthday playoff chances.
Yeah, still early, man. It's still early. I mean, baseball is still.
I'm gonna pick at you for the rest of the year for that.
that don't surprise me. They got beat by the Red Sox. That don't surprise me.
Yeah.
Well, the Red Sox, they came off a 4-game losing streak. They get so they got the win 6-3 with the game was tied 3-all and with a 3-run home run, I think the top of the 6th inning, and the Tigers just couldn't really get the bats going after that. So, and it's just like I said, to me, it's still early. It's a long baseball season. It's long. So, I mean, some teams, get cold in the beginning and get hot. Some teams get hot early and get cold. So, still a long season. We got to try. I believe in AJ Hinch. As a manager, I believe in him. Shows he's a good manager. Scott Harris, he's putting a vision out there for this Detroit Tigers team. It's a process. Baseball is unpredictable. You get teams you don't think they won't make the playoffs and turn around. Oh, they make the playoffs. Like what? Where do you come from? So, like I said, it's a 162 game season, man, and definitely, looking forward to a successful Tiger season, whether they make the playoffs or don't. We're looking for a successful season, better record, is better than where we were last year. So, where were you? And when we start with Bree, what was your thoughts? Did you get a chance to see the game or catch any highlights of the game today? Some things that you or let's go with this? Is some things what you have seen so far with the Tigers, and what are the goods and what the other what they need to work on?
Well, pitching hasn't really been too bad. To me, I don't think it has. It's just we just need to hit more. That's that same thing for last year. I think what's big. The middle of this lineup has to produce. It has to. You can't. And then we can't just rely on Cabrera. I mean, this is his last year. He's not gonna have the numbers that he's gonna have in previous years. There's nowhere near that. But I just think the middle of this lineup, the Torkelson, Haas, all these guys, they just got to step up. And more so Javi Baez. He has to step up because last year's season was horrible for him. And to me, it like you said, it's a lot of season going on. I think this team is going to compete. That I think they're going to be better than last year because they're in a division to where it can be shaky. I don't have too much trust in the White Sox. Cleveland, Kansas City, terrible. So, and Minnesota, you never know what Minnesota you're going to get.
Yeah.
You just never know. But
I've been saying that about them for a couple of years.
Oh yeah, you never know because one year Minnesota's the worst, and then next thing you know, they in the playoffs. So it's crazy. But that's how it is. But I know this team is gonna compete. They have a good coach. They have a new culture, and we're just gonna see what happens. But I still got hopes for them to make a run and compete in this division and compete for a wild card. But I think they can.
Okay, what about you, man? Beast, what you think about the Tigers?
Well, I still think we're not going to be that great this year. But one thing we need to improve on, can our bats improve, please? Because last year our offense was awful. Can we please? How many batting? I know we hired like a few more batting coaches too this year. Did we? I ain't really been following the Tigers like that this year. So did we? I know we hired some more batting coaches and stuff. I got to get more info on the Tigers right now. But
yeah,
okay. But who do we got on here? No, man. Do we got another special guest, man, in the building, man?
Yeah, apparently one finally came out of nowhere and just decided to show up.
Man, we having we three kings out here today, man. We had King,
we had two of them.
Willie. Yeah, we had Big Willie Styles. Now we got Big A and the Michigan man.
You know, it's so crazy. Like, that is just so organic because, like, I'm just coming out the gym. I was listening to y'all when I was in the gym. So I'm like, man, hopefully they still on when I get out of here. And so I was driving. I'm like, man, I got to hop on, man, because, you know, my work schedule is crazy. Then y'all know I'm 2 hours behind y'all out here in New Mexico. So I'm like, man, I got to hop in here real quick.
Man, we very appreciate you coming through, Big A. Man, we three kings, man. This is great, man. Wow. So, man, very appreciate.
Y'all family, man. Like I said, man, all the support y'all show us, man. You know, we most definitely got to pop in over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to make it a regular basis, you know what I'm saying, that I can, you know, get in and, you know, chop it up with y'all, man.
Besides you talking smack about Michigan State all the time.
Hey, look, man, listen, man. Look, one thing about me, you know, you ain't gonna have to wonder what side I'm on. I'm gonna pick my side and I'm gonna stay there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, all I know is you better rep Michigan State over Ohio State. I know that much.
No, listen, I ain't one of those enemy of my enemy is my friend. No, they both enemies. I don't hey, listen, hey, Daryl, that remember when I sent you that Kenneth Walker auto? I had to get that up out my house quick, bro. I pulled that damn card. I said, I know who I'm sending this to. I gotta get this up out my house.
You know, hold on. It's crazy. I still ain't got that card, man. What the heck happened, man?
Hey, listen. When something said from Aaron, you got that right.
Hold on, I got this.
Oh, okay.
I got this. I got, I
Yeah,
got,
so
I got my decks, but I ain't get the
you
Kenneth Walker, man.
you got what I sent. I sent that up there. You gotta holler at King and them, man.
All right,
So
man. Hey, my Kenneth Walker, I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, man. Uh, man. So, woo. Go
yeah,
ahead,
man,
no, man.
we got some more stuff coming, man. You know, we had the raffle last week, man, and you know, I wanna clean it up some more, you know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of stuff, man, that's about to come in. I think I'm kind of want to do it like a once a month thing, man, because like I got stuff that's just piling up, man, and we just want to get it out to the people, man. You know what I'm saying?
All
I
right.
got a Durant, I got a Jalen Durant auto. I think I'm gonna just we're gonna drop that on a surprise. I want to do that like a surprise drop, man.
Uh-oh.
I don't even warn people. I want it that way. You know, you getting the people that just mess with you on the regular. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because if we advertise it, then you get everybody and their mama in there. I think I'm gonna just drop that one on the. I ain't even gonna let them know. And you know, even though I'm all the way down here in Albuquerque, I got a couple of them bobbleheads. We gonna drop too, man. You
All
know.
right. Uh,
I'm with it.
Hey, you with it, man. Hey, so those who don't know, man, Big A, you know, from part of the We Three Kings, man. Make sure, you spread the word, man. I've been, you know, myself known. You got Breed, you got
Oh, Breed
man,
always. Breed seen some of the stuff in the stash. I sent him
yeah,
some of the stuff
Yes,
and
sir.
that's about to come out. You know what
man,
I'm saying?
man, beast,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Make sure y'all spread the word about We Three Kings, man. Spread the word out. Make sure tell them to hit that like and subscribe button, man. They gonna get them likes up, man. You know,
Definitely,
follow
man.
these
Y'all
guys, man.
do the
Follow these
same
guys.
here too, man. Like, you know, we all family, man. We gonna
Yeah.
make
Yes,
this one
sir.
big community, man. You know what I'm saying? And like you know, I was telling Breed, I showed him some of the stuff that's just sitting, man. You know, thing
Hmm.
about it is, just get them likes and them subscribes up, man. Like I said, it's like coming in somebody's house, man. Wipe your feet off, man.
Yeah.
That's all we asking.
Yeah. And make
You know
sure
what I'm saying?
and same thing. Make sure everybody else out in the chat spread the word out of D313XP, man. Make sure y'all
Yes.
hit that like
Yes.
and subscribe button, man. You know, so we
And don't
definitely we
forget to
Sir.
subscribe to the OG of the DVE, man. The one who started all this and got us going, man. Like my brother, that's my brother, man. Beast, that's my brother right there, man. That's
well,
y'all.
yeah,
If y'all
man.
ain't following my guy, I don't know what y'all missing. He do more than just sports content, man. Trust me. I got the
Most
wrinkles on
definitely
my
gotta
cheeks from
follow him
laughing
too,
enough,
man.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta
He
follow him, man.
he go all the
Gotta
way back.
Yes,
show
sir.
man beast
Yes,
love, man.
sir.
Gotta show him the love and the support, man. Definitely,
I
man.
wouldn't be
So
doing this if he wasn't. Shit, so
yeah.
I owe it to him.
So Big A, right quick, man. You know, we got the draft coming up, man. You know, I know you excited, man. I know you can't wait, man. I know you gonna be on, man, on
Which
that
what,
day.
what which one we talking? The NBA or the
We
NFL?
talking the NFL, man. A couple
Oh, you know me, man. I'm like, you know, my thoughts on that, right? I know everybody, you know, everybody throwing their smoke screens right now, but I'm thinking Detroit gonna roll with Jalen Carter. He there at number 6. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got issues and stuff going on, but I think, you know, with the locker room, the Lions got, you know what I'm saying? You know, I think we can, you know, take care. I was a little worried. I ain't gonna lie. He was giving me those Nick Fairley vibes. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're coming in overweight, not, you know, he didn't participate at the combine and then didn't finish his draft day. But, you know, that man was, he had that hanging over his head and them blaming his teammate from getting killed. You know what I'm saying? So, gotta take those things in the but I think the talent that he got, man, and the culture that we building, I think the Lions are gonna roll with him, man. So if he there, I think they're gonna roll with him. If he not there, I think they're gonna draft back and get more picks. So,
if Will
but I
Shit.
Anderson, if Will Anderson was out there and Carter's already gone, would you go for Will Anderson?
um I think in that moment you're gonna kind of fall into the best player there, right? And then that is gonna be Will Anderson. The only thing I would kind of be hesitant on that because it's like we kind of got like a too deep rotation on edge rushers. You know, where we needed the help at is D tackle. But then you say, well, then do you pass on Will Anderson? But if you could deal that pick and get more picks, you know what I'm saying, then that's it. But I think Will Anderson going to the Cardinals, unless the Cardinals get in enough trouble and they have to forfeit that third pick. So, but then I don't even think Will Anderson, if Will Anderson there, I don't think he make it past Seattle.
Yeah.
So that's another thing you got, because they already talk about Seattle. You know, they moving on from Carter, which that could be a smoke screen, but they said that they looking at the boy from Texas Tech. You know, but I was watching one interesting thing, not to kind of jump on subjects, but it's the deal with the Pistons, right? And they were saying like, okay, we got the lottery this year, right? And they were saying if we fall out of that top 3, maybe, because you know, consensus is saying, you know, Wembyamba, Scoot, and old boy from Alabama. Then it's like, where did the Pistons go? You know what I'm saying? And this has to be the last year for the lottery. Has to be. Has to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has to be. So.
It is. Definitely has to be, man. Got to be, man. Go ahead, no.
Yeah, for the Lions, man, it's like this. Don't be afraid to take risk. Like, you know, don't be afraid to be unorthodox. If you know there's a lot of winning teams out here in the NFL or any sports, they do unorthodox stuff that you wouldn't expect them to do. And it may be a head scratcher sometimes, but then when it works out, everybody's trying to recreate that same situation that happened that's working for the other team. And that's what I kind of want them to be doing the draft. Be something different. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, take the top tier talent. You know, learn how to set smoke screens properly on, like, you know, signing bum ass quarterbacks for 13 mil the day before the draft and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then
be careful what you ask for, no. You might get you an Eric Ebron situation again. Be careful what you ask for.
Hey, look, that wasn't unorthodox. That was retardation.
You don't want the Lions to be the smartest people in the room, you know. You draft Eric Ebron over Odell Beckham or you know, Aaron Donald. You better be careful what you.
I'm gonna need another one of these if you keep bringing that
up. If the Lions drop a tight end, I'm gonna be drinking plenty of these.
Hey, man, Beast.
You go come and get me so we can both do that.
Hey, man, Beast.
We go get right on this live. We all go get on this live and get something. I
gotta get up out of here, fellas. I gotta run in this grocery store, man. But I just wanted to hop on since I saw y'all was still on. I'm like, let me get on here and show
you for sure.
Love,
we don't want you getting in trouble,
man. Appreciate it.
Man, I gotta go pick up some stuff, man, and I got some stuff coming for you too, Breed and Nomas. I got some stuff coming for y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
For sure.
Thanks,
you taking care of. You need to hit King up for that Kenneth Walker, man.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely hitting him up for that. him and Willie.
Right. They sitting on a bunch of stuff, and I think King still owe you some stuff, Nomis.
Oh yeah, he do. I started shanking when I met him at the damn game last month.
I get on y'all, man.
All right, man, Big A, man.
All right, Big A.
Appreciate you coming
all
through,
right, man. Y'all be safe. Man.
Yeah.
You too, man.
All right, you too, man.
Man, it's feel good coming. Feel good to be We Three Kings guys coming through, man. So
all 3 came today?
All 3, man. You missed Big Willie came through as well, man. So
okay. His unnecessary smile and bragging about women.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Well, yeah, man, we down there. We respect it, man. But this has been a great show today, man.
Sir.
It's been a great show, man. We got Man Beast coming through, man. Showing love, man. Looking for Man Beast to come through a little bit more often when he has the time. So then Breed, man, thank you for coming through on the show,
sir.
man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
You know, like I said, when this is a stepping stone. This is a process that me and Nomans are, building. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to, bring it out to the community out there, man. It's just a start, man. It's a process. We know we're taking it day at a time, man. We still learning. We all still learning in life, man. So
Mm-hmm.
we just taking it day at a time, man. So
Yes, sir.
definitely, man. It went on. So it's been a great show today, man. It's been a great show. Got a lot into some Lions, got a lot into some Pistons. Just a little smidge of the Tigers, but like I said, it's still a long season. We gonna be getting more into that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it off with Man Beast Morris, man. You got any final thoughts final thoughts on Pistons, Lions, Tigers?
General.
Tigers, I gotta follow. I mean, I ain't been paying attention to them as of late. I gotta get more into them. The Pistons fired Casey, and hey, you could. And Troy Weaver, after this year, he got to be on the hot seat. And the Lions don't SOL us this season.
Yeah.
And
he also.
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to ask you. Can you also give us a potential breakdown with your next video? If you got time to do a video in the future, what's it going to probably be? Like, what's your next video, bro?
I don't know. I was thinking like the Lions like talk about the draft again, or I don't know. It might be a hip hop video. This might be one of the two.
Okay.
Yeah, if y'all do a live, I'm coming on that hip hop one this time, man. Shit, I'm mad as hell I missed that. Yeah, go ahead, man.
That last one was funny. It was funny as hell. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. And shoot, everybody stay safe out there. Shoot,
Very appreciated,
Sir.
man. What about you, Bree?
Well, yeah, man. Just Lions just keep rebuilding. Red Wings keep doing their thing. Just every other team just rebuild. Pistons get another coach. Please get another coach.
Yeah.
But I got a question for y'all guys, man. And when it comes to upcoming NBA draft or whatever, man, would y'all take either Amani Bates or Antoine Davis?
That's a good question. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with Gnome on this, man.
Damn. I'm gonna have to go with Imani Bates. I'm
What about
going
you,
with
man?
Bates.
I was gonna say Amani Bates. I seen more of him. I seen a lot of his games, so I'm more familiar with him too. Anton Davis, I gotta watch him a little more. I'm gonna be watching these guys film anyway in the upcoming weeks anyway, so I'm gonna be looking out for that.
I'm gonna go with Antoine Davis. I've seen a little bit of Antoine Davis, a little bit more than I seen Imani Bates. I did see a couple of Imani Bates games. Very impressive. But I mean, to me, I don't see much of a difference between them two guys. They both different style players. But to me, I'm a definitely go with Antoine. Because I've seen a little bit more. And he's a scoring threat as we see. So will that translate to the NBA? He's just if he gets drafted, it can possibly, but he gonna have to work on this game a lot more. So yeah, so I'm going with Antoine Davis on that.
Okay.
What about you, Bree? Who you going with?
Oh, I might have to pick Antoine Davis too. I would have to. I think I like that he can score but both of them can score the basketball. And like you said, Daryl, but they both are good players. I think they both need to work defensively, especially Imani Bates. He definitely need to work defensively, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but that's my pick. I would pick Antoine Davis.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
We even out 2-2. All right, so so you done with your final thoughts, Bree?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
All right, no.
All right, man. As y'all know, first off, salute to everybody that came through today, man. We had a row house. You got the guys right here on the panel. You got King, Big Willie today. You had Dante on here, and you just had Big A minute ago. Good Lord, what a show today, man. My family got in the way and made me miss half of it. So, but man, appreciate y'all for coming through.
Man,
Y'all know both y'all welcome anytime, man. Y'all ain't got to ask. I've been trying to get Man Beast on here for a minute. Oh my God, I'm so glad he finally had to get here. I'm like, thank God. You just don't know. I've been trying to get him because I'm like, it felt empty. I kept getting Dante, but I couldn't get Man Beast. And then I got them separately. I'm like, good Lord. But Bree, man, you've been wonderful today as well, man.
Appreciate it.
I just can't thank you, man. Enough. Stay up to date,
Thank y'all.
everybody. Everybody needs to stay up to date with this platform that we building, man. Me and Daryl hard at work. We finna be linking up at some more games this year for the Tigers. I'll be suffering. I mean, watching through that with him and and yeah, man, we try to watch the game. So and we like that Facebook page too, man. Everybody's D313XP. You gotta like the Facebook page. We go have a lot of content on there, and we go be featuring other people soon. Me and Daryl go work that out. So that's where we're trying to have all our people on there because when it comes to these national sports, they only show certain parts of the fan base. They don't show all of us, and that's why I want to create that Facebook page because I'm about to start adding some of the familiar faces. Some you might see on this panel or elsewhere. You come follow that page because that's where we often start linking up. I'm eventually making it into a group. That's my plan to do that, and we keep rolling like that, and we go keep ours honest, and we go keep it clean, go keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that powdery puff mess out here. We don't produce that content over here on this channel. As you see, we got people that we met in real life and guys we built relationships with on here that's been doing this for a long time to actually understand what they're watching and are not afraid to call out. And that's what I always wanted to do. That's what attracted me into getting in this game. So, everybody, man, hope everybody stays safe out there. Keep subscribing, man. Keep watching us all. Shout out to my guy, Man Beast. Check him out. To everybody that's been doing it, man. From Dante, Ray, all of them. Hitman, all the OGs, bro. I rock with all of them. So make sure everybody tune in. Let's hope the Lions don't screw nothing up. Tigers, keep trying. Pistons, get life. Red Wings, we'll see y'all next year. And that being said, salute to y'all. May God bless y'all.
Hold on. So okay, thank you. No, this is get like, man. So, man, final thoughts, man, for me, man. Just like I said, piggyback with what I'm saying. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to the channel, man. Like I said, it's just a stepping stone. We building, man. Like you said, we just, trying to bring it out there to the community out there, showing love, what I'm saying, to support each other, man. Like I said, I definitely will be following Man Beast and definitely be following you, your content, and of course, Breed already follow your content.
Yes.
What I'm saying,
Appreciate that.
trying to, spread the word out, man. We trying to, bring it, come together, man, as a unit, man. So definitely looking forward to it, man. Pistons, we definitely, looking forward to what's going to happen in this offseason, in this free agency, in this draft. Same with the Red Wings. The Red Wings, Steve Iverson making moves, passing the trade deadline. He's gonna make moves in this offseason, get some free agency that help, build some players around Dylan Larkin. So definitely. So hockey time is already back. To me, is already back. It's gonna be really back to form. Hockey time. Lions, definitely. We got the draft coming up in a couple weeks. It's gonna be great. Definitely, I'm excited. I know everybody on this panel is excited, on the chat excited. So this has been the most exciting upcoming draft coming in a long time. So definitely excited. So we're looking forward to it. Tigers, It's gonna be some ups and downs, but you know, competing, he's gonna play hard. You know, let's try to stay healthy. Let's try to compete to maybe try to contend for the playoffs. So we'll see. But yeah, man, make sure, like I said, you know, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to our channel, D313XP, man. Follow our Facebook page, follow our Instagram page as well, man. Like I said, we're gonna be putting more content out. You know, you're gonna be seeing some guest, you know, some guest appearances, some people, familiar faces, like Noam said, man. You know, it's just a beginning. It's just a beginning, man. So,
Don't forget about the rap report coming Tuesday.
oh yeah, we got the rap
Episode
report
1.
coming up. Episode 1. Episode 1. We got that coming up as well. So make sure y'all check that out as well. Just giving us some updates on what's going on our sports team. So we're gonna be definitely give you some analysis on that. So, but yeah, that's that being said, man. We almost at 3 hours. I gotta take my ass to bed. I gotta go to work in the morning. So, you know,
Same here.
take my ass to work. So, but yeah, man, but I appreciate everybody that came through. Bree, you know, the Man Beast, you know, the guys of We Three Kings, Dante, you know, showing love. Shout out to Owen 16, always coming through, showing love. You know, want to give a shout out, retro. You know, got to give a shout out to, you know, even though the guys didn't come through, you know, got to get a shout out to Downtown Deuce. Got to get a shout out to Carl Collins, man. Make sure y'all follow those guys as well, man. So, and one more thing, I want to give a shout out to the LSU women's basketball team, right quick. I want to give a shout out to them women winning the national championship, and I want to give a shout out to Angel Reese. How she handles the situation even after, you know, what was going on between her and Jill Biden. So I'm not getting into all that because everybody been getting into all that. We already know what it is. You know, if it was the other way around, we already know. Yeah. So, but yeah, if you ever get a shout out to LSU women, give a shout out to UConn's men's basketball winning national championship as well. So. As that being said, D313XP. We out of here, man. Catch y'all on next week's show, man. Peace out.
It sucked.